That truth springing up all through the earth right now. And they don't like this. Nah, they don't like when they see them boots coming through their city, you know what I'm saying? They don't like this, the true prophets of God. We back. And that's a fact.
They know we some gods, they don't like it. I know. No, they can't stop this truth, they hearing it right outside they door. Yeah, we gon' bring the noise, I know they heard we coast to coast. Now we ain't tryna be cocky, but these laws that we gon' boast. Yeah, Christ he coming back with that fire, ooh, I swear they toast. I can see the fear on their face, it look like they seen a ghost. Yeah, Babylon getting ashore, all I can say is whoa. Yeah, that pressure building up at any time, it's about to blow. We got plenty ammo, but our weapons ain't carnal. Gotta fight these demons off, cause you know they ain't armor. You gon' reap what you sow, where I'm from, that's just karma. Tribe of Judah, on my line, yeah, I been in that jungle. On my way to the kingdom on this tight rope, tryna make my way out the dark, that's what the light for. The destruction of my enemies, that's the light for. Tryna go against my God, you suicidal. Think we got them nervous, they clowns just like circus. I done found my purpose, now I put them in verses. We pull up on churches like I bet you ain't heard this. Your pastor, he don't teach the truth, he ain't showing you the curses. Can't ignore the feeling, no pressure, it got me mad. I'm not out the spirit right now, I'm just in my band. I'm just on this ride for a little while, trying not to crash. And we gon' rule this earth again, one day might I add. They know we some gods, they don't like it. I know, no, they can't stop this truth, they hearing it right outside they door. Yeah, we gon' bring the noise, I know they heard we coast to coast. Now we ain't tryna be cocky, but these laws that we gon' boast. Yeah, Christ he coming back with that fire, ooh, I swear they toast. I can see the fear on their face, it look like they seen a ghost. Yeah, Babylon getting ashore, all I can say is whoa. Yeah, that pressure building up at any time, it's about to blow.
If you with us, then you with us. If you ain't, you hate Christ. And it ain't no way around it, you gon' have to pay the price. Roll the dice if you wanna, you will never see the light. And all I do is speak the truth, cause it make my teeth white. Israelites run the city, yeah, we got them all shook. And we ain't committing violence, we just reading out the book. You can humble down and learn, but if you scoff, you getting cooked. So repent and be converted, for you get your life took. By this weapon that we toting, it ain't physical, it's spiritual. Don't get chopped when that sword out, that's how his wrath get poured out. You can think it's a game if you want, whenever you see us in purple and gold. And we ain't no Q-Dogs and no Power Rangers. Judah blow, you better let them know.
They know we some gods, they don't like it. I know, no, they can't stop this truth, they hearing it right outside they door. Yeah, we gon' bring the noise, I know they heard we coast to coast. Now we ain't tryna be cocky, but these laws that we gon' boast. Yeah, Christ he coming back with that fire, ooh, I swear they toast. I can see the fear on their face, it look like they seen a ghost. Yeah, Babylon getting ashore, all I can say is whoa. Yeah, that pressure building up at any time, it's about to blow.
That's it. Yeah. Yeah. Grinding. I ain't got time to wait. Running. Building bricks. I ain't got time to play. Determined. I need freedom. That's what I learned to pray. Luke 18, benches. Gotta hold on to faith. Duh. Grinding. I ain't got time to wait. Running. Building bricks. I ain't got time to play. Determined. I need freedom, y'all better learn to pray. Luke 18, benches, gotta hold on to faith. Don't wanna me if I don't preach the gospel. Wanna be whatever the acts, continuing that. Yeah, and that's with the apostles. Lively, stone, type of time that I'm on. Mad at us cause they ass out while we in the house like Jerome. Prophecy come to pass while these heathens are sweating to make it last. Got so many faces they don't need a mask. But eating unbreakable, Mr. Glass, he created the wisdom with the faithful in the womb. Actions speak the loudest in the room. Gotta prep the bride for the groom, but get another end coming soon. Look, why you shook? We just reading words out the book. Never mind how long it took, cause God got the recipe, let him cook. Yeah, he caught the crooks in the land of the thief and the home of the slave. Sent the prophets like a way to crash the party, and we're just getting it started. Eat them the target, Babylon, yeah, gotta burn. The vagabond finally got his turn. Ash died too, that's a bastard. Nukes for the dukes, that's a hazard. Deep coming through, drop the hammer, calling it home improvement. This is the life, it's more than a movement. Seed of Jacob, and we can prove it. Watch this, grinding. I ain't got time to wait. Running, building bricks. I ain't got time to play. Determined. I need freedom. Y'all better learn to pray. time to wait. Running, building bricks, I ain't got time to play. Determined, I need freedom, y'all better learn to pray. Luke 18, bench, gotta hold on to faith. Let's go.
T-Silent, I gotta talk to you. So many demons is ranting and raving, and man, I'm just trying to walk different. Pray for destruction, I'm building my faith. I got a lot on my plate, trying to get in them gates. Salute my angel on the way, I ain't got time to waste. Pushing this truth, I got time today. Professionalism, we make it work like a mechanism. If you ain't with my people, then it doesn't matter. So we ain't worried about nepotism. Exorcism, when I cast out the inner demons that lusted for vandalism, cause it's catastrophic. Cataclysm, acts of the apostle, we got a mission like. Listen up. Pray for destruction, can't get enough. I know that you think that you know where I'm going, but now I'm bending bricks, so mount them up. Still in the service, count them up. 144,000, demonstrating true power. Wisdom rain, that shower, wasting land in less than an hour. Here's a chance, roll with a prophet, take a glance. Walk in our shoes, take a stand. Royal priesthood, Uncle Sam. Here today, then I'm out of pocket. Grinding hard, that's part of the topic. Cross the globe in the speed of light. Blasting off, just like a rocket, you can't stop it.
Grind. I ain't got time to waste. Running. Building bricks, I ain't got time to play. Determined, I need freedom, y'all better learn to pray. Luke 18, benches, gotta hold on to faith. Let's go, we grinding, I ain't got time to waste. Running, building bricks, I ain't got time to play. Determined, I need freedom, y'all better learn to pray. Luke 18, benches, gotta hold on to faith. Let's go.
I am the son of a God. I got a power with God. I am the son of a God. Prince of the power with God. Prince of the power with God.
Lines like the iron dome evading missiles. Laugh now, cry later, all shits and giggles. Wicked gon' perish when them arrows whistle. Used to throw pistols, but now it's post pistols. 16 to 11, hold 12, I'm a shooter. So left red from Ruder to the tutor. My dream give you nightmares like Kruger. Hide the Jews with more Germans than Ruger. Like Samuel, I'm a bear, bad news. Little blues couldn't two-stepping out shoes. IUIC in your mouth, those our views. Concentrate on your camp like the false Jews. Snub nose of God, Bible my weapon. Officer of this lane, classes in session. Fire with the scripts, answering questions. Reloading ammo and getting these lessons.
I am the son of the God. I got a power with God. I am the son of a God. Prince of the power with God. Prince of the power with God. The prophets ain't playing no games. We taking your glory and fame. We putting your nobles in chains. This kingdom is falling in flames. Lion of Judah, he cannot be tamed. Promise your life will not be the same. Pull up in clouds, you know we gon' rain. You better bow, don't look in my face. Two-edged sword and blood he gon' bathe. I am your God and you're a disgrace. If he praying for grace, he think of my face. Hidden history you try to erase. It's a mystery, our image the face. We God's infantry, stay in your place. I am the son of a God. I got a power with God. I am the son of a God. Prince of the power with God. Prince of the power with God.
For the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen with the axe. They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not.
It's Christmas season, a time to go broke. And it's all for nothing, Satan be using Christ for a throne. Your mom works it double, just to buy you gifts. Your dad can't find a job, so he's forced to go out and shoplift. Serving false gods that don't truly exist. Fornication and the mistletoe. Now I'm an Israelite. The love of many has wax cold. Free from all sin, I'm clean within, do what I'm told. I've got the picture, applied the scripture. The Lord found me faithful, now I'm spiritually inside. Like a workman who goes and cut a tree. You think Christ is in Christmas, you're mistaken. You guys been honoring Satan. Oh, yeah. What you gonna do? Serve the Father in truth. Don't trim your ways. Don't celebrate these holidays. They're not always.
Learn not the way of the heathen. Be not dismayed. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 10.
Shalom. Welcome to the
Natives Hour, home of the 10 tribes.
I'm Officer Dunn, and to my right,
Officer Asadai.
Officer Jair.
Officer Jonah.
hey, we're gonna get it in, and y'all. We got a good show. Hey, we're gonna go in on this holiday that's coming up called Christmas. Hey, check out this thumbnail that we got, by the way. Hey, it's called Deck the Hell with Silver Bells, the real Christmas celebration. You see the man in the top, well, this is actually video. It's a pretty good video. But in this thumbnail, you got a man, with the chains around his neck and the bells on it. This actually, Christmas represents our captivity, whether you want to believe it or not. Hey, they celebrate our captivity. It started out, the origins of it is back in Egypt. The ancient Egyptian, Osiris, then Babylon, Nimrod and Tammuz.
Bring it out.
Then it went on into paganism. What is it called? Saturnalia.
Bring it out.
However you pronounce that word. But then after that, it went into the Netherlands, and this actually goes into Saint Nicholas the Fifth, right? When he conquered all the dark nations and made us servants to them. Right? And America picked up that same thing. And actually, St. Nick is actually St. Nicholas V. But we're going to get into it tonight.
Let's go.
All right? And hopefully after this show, y'all ain't celebrating Christmas.
Come on.
So
That's right.
what we're going to do now, we're going to pull up the definition of Christmas. Let's pull it up.
Christmas. Noun. An annual festival at which Christians celebrate the birth of Christ, held on December 25th in the Western Church.
Hey, let's pull down those similars. December 25th, they said Christmas is the celebration of Christ. We're going to see if that's true. What I want to get out of that is Yule.
Yuletide.
Let's click on Yule. Let's see what that definition is. And we're going to find out more about Yule, by the way. We're going to get the origins of Yule.
Let's go.
But we want to show you that this is linked with Christmas. All right? But what Yule say?
Yule. Noun. Christmas and the period around it with its festivities.
All right? That's all we want, but we're going to get into it. So first of all, let's get the book of Luke, chapter 2 and verse 41.
Let's go.
We're going to break that where that definition, what they saying Christmas is the birth of Christ on December 25th. That's a lie. Yeah. Read that. Let's start at 41.
The book of Luke, chapter 2 and verse 41.
Bring it out.
Now his parents went to Jerusalem every year at the feast of the Passover.
So Jesus' parents went to Jerusalem every year at the feast of the Passover. Read on.
And when he was 12 years
when
old.
he was what?
12 years old.
Read.
They went up to Jerusalem.
So when he was 12, they went up to Jerusalem. Right? On Jesus' birthday, they went up to Jerusalem when he was 12 years old. Let's see when Passover is. Let's go to Leviticus. Let's go to Leviticus 23, and we're going to start at verse 5.
Let's go.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 23 and verse 5. In the 14th day of the first month at even.
Of the first month is Abib. The first month is in spring. Around the end of March, the beginning of April.
That's right.
Read.
Is the Lord's Passover.
Is what?
Is the Lord's Passover.
So it says at even, which will be the 15th day of the first month. That's the Lord's Passover. That's when Jesus was, that's the birth of Jesus. That's when Jesus was born. So we want to get rid of that doctrine that they got out there that he was born in the wintertime.
Come on.
All right?
Hey, officer.
Go ahead.
And even y'all Christians that say he was, which he wasn't. All right, let's say he was, right? When did Christ say celebrate his birthday? Matter of fact, in the Bible, which Christ is the volume of the book, Job's sons was killed for celebrating their birthday.
Right.
Job said, cursed be the day wherein I was born. So why the hell you think Christ is now okay with you celebrating birthdays? Come on.
Right. That's what all these festivities are about. Is celebrating someone's birth and rebirth. Right? The Lord said don't do that. Do we need to prove it? Let's prove it. Let's go to Job.
Let's
go to the book of Job real quick. And we're going to prove that. No, you shouldn't be celebrating birthdays. You're right about that.
Boy.
I want where it was a sin. Job chapter 1.
The book of Job, chapter 1 and verse 4. And his sons went and feasted in their houses, every one on his day.
His day is saying his birthday. That's what they're talking about. His birthday. They feasted on his birthday. Read.
And sent and called for their 3 sisters to eat and to drink with them.
To feast on the birthday. Right? Read.
And it was so, when the days of their feasting were gone about, that Job sent and sanctified them, and rose up early in the morning, and offered burnt offerings according to the number of them all. For Job said, It may be that my sons have sinned.
So Job had to offer a sacrifice for his sons. Because they're what? His sons have what?
Have sinned.
What they sin by? Celebrating their birthday. Right. Celebrating your birthday is a sin. Read on. Finish it out.
And cursed God in their hearts.
So they cursed God in their hearts by what? Celebrating their birthday.
Bring it out.
Read.
Thus did Job continually.
All right.
Hey, you know it's crazy?
Go ahead.
So basically, when you celebrate your birthday and when you celebrate, quote unquote, basically when you celebrate white Jesus' birthday, because that's what you're doing with Christmas, you are cursing God.
Right.
When you celebrate Christmas, you curse God.
And to that point, officer, because you mentioned Isis or Osiris being the pagan god that was worshipped in Egypt. You mentioned Nimrod, the little pagan boy that was worshipped in Babylon, Tammuz.
Yeah.
Guess what that pagan god is today? That little white so-called baby Jesus.
Sweet Bible.
That they put the name of Christ on, a black man according to the Bible, but they just put a little sugar on the pagan day so you can celebrate it. So you can feel better about celebrating a pagan holiday.
Put a little sugar on it was crazy work.
They put a little sugar on it.
Wild.
Yeah.
Wild work.
I mean, think about it. Why would you take a tree and put it in your house anyway?
Sin.
I mean, who takes a tree and put it in their house?
Hey, that's real. That's white people stuff.
It belong outside, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Outside.
Outside
What
tree.
are we
You take
doing?
a tree and put it on in your house.
Hey, you know, black people, especially Benji. Benji don't even like dogs in the house, let alone all. But you go and take a whole tree. Tree got bugs in it.
Right.
Tree got all type of weird stuff in it. Why ain't it in your house? Hey, that's weird.
Right. Bring it in your house and decorate it.
It's very anti-black of you.
It is very, very.
Come
All right.
on.
Now let's see the origin of this tree that you bring in your house every year. Let's bring up the next one. This is called Babylon. The Two Babylons. We're gonna read into a little bit of that. So pull that up. Y'all see that there? This book is called The Two Babylons by Alexander Hislop. All right, let's go into the page now. Let's blow that up.
Yeah, you know you're going to have to zoom in. You just want the highlights?
Just the highlights.
How then did the Roman Church fix on December the 25th as Christmas Day? Why thus? Long before the 4th century and long before the Christian era itself, a festival was celebrated among the heathen at the precise time of the year in honor of the birth of the son of the Babylonian queen of heaven. And it may fairly be presumed that in order to conciliate the heathen and to swell the number of the nominal adherents of Christianity, the same festival was adopted by the Roman Church, giving it only the name of Christ.
Giving it what?
Only the name of Christ.
Read.
This tendency on the part of Christians to meet paganism halfway was very early developed.
This was developed a long time ago. This so-called Christmas that you celebrate every year was developed a long time ago. Now let's look up. Let's see. Let's pull up.
Hey, you know what's crazy, officer?
Go ahead.
This is what those apologetics be trying to pull on us all the time. They even got the brother Tertullian. Everybody, they like to be like the church fathers, Tertullian. That's what our leadership, Deacon Ithon, the deacons, the bishops, been cutting that down. So you see, all of that you so-called Christian apologetics is celebrating is paganism. It ain't got nothing to do with the Bible.
Right.
Now, it also mentioned the birth of the son of the Babylonian queen of heaven.
Come on.
All right, now let's take this down. We're going to come back to this, right? We're going to pull up the next one that I have, the Babylonian queen of heaven. So we're going to take this one down, and you're going to pull up that next one that I have. It's in order.
Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. IUIC Denver in the classroom. Jair's doing a sweet point across my face. Yeah.
Donate.
Yeah, donate to the Booster Club.
Not even there.
Nope, you got to go. Yeah, there we go. Donate to the Booster Club. Help send the profits all around the world, y'all. Donate.
Stop celebrating Christmas.
Yeah. Instead of taking that money and buying some gifts that your kids ain't finna use, they finna play with for that one day and then throw away or break.
You're ungrateful, evil little kids.
Yeah, and saying that a white man gave it to him. Instead of going broke, because you know you got to pay rent on January 1st, you can just take a nominal portion of that and donate it to the Booster Club.
That's right.
A nominal, that means not big.
Tell them.
Why you keep doing that? Yeah, just a small portion of your funds donated to the Booster Club. Help uplift Black and Hispanic people all around the world.
All right, let's pull that up.
The Babylonian Queen of Heaven, often identified as Ishtar or Inanna.
As what?
Ishtar or Inanna, or later as the legendary Semiramis.
Semiramis is referring to what they came up with as, they say she was Nimrod's wife.
Bring
it all right?
You know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Not just was she was his wife, she was his mother wife.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was his mom. Like, they was on some freaky, weird Hamite stuff.
Right. There was.
and officer, they say she got pregnant miraculously.
Right, that's where they get the Trinity from. We're going to show that too.
Yep.
All right, read on.
Had various consorts and divine figures associated with her. But the most prominent son figure often linked in ancient mother-son cults, particularly in biblical contexts like Ezekiel 8 and 14, was Tammuz or Drumazid, the god of shepherds, representing vegetation and rebirth, though he was sometimes her lover husband.
Her lover husband. Her son/lover husband.
So if you celebrate Christmas, you like incest?
Damn.
That's what we're
Pretty
saying.
much.
So if you celebrate Christmas, you are in a mother-son cult. You celebrating a mother-son cult. This is heavy because what you see around Christmas time, Mother Mary and white baby Jesus. They got it from this pagan day.
Exactly.
Officer, it makes sense now why you have so many son husbands in the Black community.
Damn.
Because this is what Christianity is.
The father is invisible.
Exactly.
The father is invisible.
Damn.
Drop the bomb. Drop it. Come on, brother.
Damn.
Hey, before we read further, get the book of Ezekiel 8 and 14 to show that we was doing these same things back in this time.
Hey, you know
Babylonian time.
I'm sorry, I was you know
What
how
you
they
got?
say black folk, you know what I'm saying, they dad left them, so they go get some milk, and then they never came back. So that milk they get from Santa's, they pops coming back. Damn.
Dang.
Drop the bomb.
Dang.
Damn.
So he stopped by once a year.
Yeah, he stopped
to
by
leave
one
a
year.
a little bit of money, a little bit of gift.
Hey, here you
for
go,
the
man. I
kid.
still love you.
Hey, that is how Black. Damn.
Damn. Cold.
Damn.
Let's read that.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 8 and verse 14. Then he brought me to the door of the gate of the Lord's house, which was towards the north. And behold, there sat women weeping for Tammuz.
Weeping for who?
Tammuz.
Tammuz. Hey, that's this idol god here.
Damn.
Tammuz.
Bring it out.
So it shows that we was doing this. We've been doing this for a long time.
Can I get a precept
Go
to back
ahead.
that as well?
Go
Go
ahead.
to Jeremiah.
Oh,
You already got that? You got it?
yeah, I do. I
All
do
right,
got it.
No, you good. Go ahead.
But go ahead. Go ahead and bring it out.
I'll read it
Go
for
ahead
you. I
and bring
got
it
you.
out.
What's it? Jeremiah
44.
Yep, I got
15.
you. I'll read it for you.
Let's go.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 44, and you said which verse?
14 or 15.
Verse 15.
Let's go.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 44, and verse 15. Then all the men which knew that their wives had burnt incense unto other gods, and all the women that stood by a great multitude, even all the people that dwelt in the land of Egypt, and Pathros, answered Jeremiah, saying, As for the word that thou hast spoken unto us in the name of the Lord, we will not hearken unto thee, but we will certainly do whatsoever thing goeth forth out of our own mouth, to burn incense unto the Queen of Heaven.
Which is Ishtar, the Queen of Heaven. All right, they burned incense to the Queen of Heaven.
Damn.
And they lords knew it during this time.
And you know it's crazy. They told Jeremiah, they said, whatever, I do what I want.
Exactly.
The strong, independent black woman, even
Exactly.
in the time of Jeremiah.
Even in the time of Jeremiah.
To this day.
Hey, that's heavy. But that's good enough from there. Let's go back to here. The Queen of Heaven, which is Ishtar.
Ishtar, Inanna, the original Mesopotamian goddess of love, war, and fertility, known as the Queen of Heaven, was deeply connected to Tammuz.
Right? Deeply connected to Tammuz. Read on. We're going to get how deep.
It's crazy. That was wild. Who was both her lover and sometimes depicted as her son, symbolizing the cycle of death and rebirth. Semiramis / Ishtar, later traditions, and later legends, particularly those influencing Babylonian religious interpretations, Semiramis, identified with Ishtar, was said to have a son Tammuz, sometimes born miraculously, reinforcing the mother-son worship theme. You want biblical context?
Yeah, go ahead and read it.
Biblical context. The Hebrew Bible mentions women weeping for Tammuz, linking the Queen of Heaven's worship with this figure in Jerusalem, showing the widespread adoption of this mother-son motif.
So that's just showing that this has been going out through different cultures for years.
And it's crazy because it shows that, like, things don't change. Like the scriptures say, judgment goes in a ring. That which was still happening. Yeah. That single black mother mentality has been in the earth for a long time.
Right.
And that's what Christianity teaches. It teaches a weird incestuous relationship between the black woman and her son. It's weird.
Exactly. Let's go to the next page. Let's blow that up. Read that.
Mythological and theological traditions, especially from Alexander Hislop's writing, Nimrod is said to have had a son named Tammuz, often presented as a divine figure, born miraculously to Nimrod's wife.
So this is like they saying like Christ was not God came down and put a seed in her or something.
Right.
Immaculate conception.
Immaculate conception.
Message.
Same thing, just over and over again like a ring, like you said.
Message.
Read on.
Often presented as a divine figure born miraculously to Nimrod's wife, Semiramis. After Nimrod's death, creating a pagan trinity, Nimrod, Semiramis, and Tammuz, that influenced later mystery religions. Though historical sources for Dumuzi, Tammuz point to Sumerian gods with different parentage like Enki and Datur. Key points from the traditions. Origin story: after Nimrod's death, Semiramis claimed to conceive Tammuz miraculously, sometimes as a sunbeam, identifying him as Nimrod's reincarnation. Pagan Trinity. This trio, Nimrod as Father, Son, God, Semiramis as Mother, Queen of Heaven,
right,
and Tammuz as Divine Son.
That's where the Trinity come from, right? It's from this, right? They just recreated it into what they wanted to be using Christ now.
Message.
Let's go ahead and kill the Immaculate Conception.
We killing it. Oh,
Acts 2. Give me Acts 2 real quick. Because it's crazy how we reading this. Hey, man, when you celebrate Christmas, you are upholding the BS, the paganism, and this was before Christ. This story is before Christ.
Right.
But you steady going to celebrate Christmas talking about it's Christ's birthday. Come on, man. Hey, read that. Was Jesus born immaculate, miraculously? Let's see. Come on.
The book of Acts, chapter 2 and verse 30. Therefore, being a prophet,
It's talking about David. Go ahead.
and knowing that God had sworn with an oath to him,
What did God swear unto David that would come through his lineage? Come on.
that of the fruit of his loins,
All you Christians, what is that talking about? The fruit of your loins. Christians, what is that talking about? Go ahead, read.
that of the fruit of his loins, according to the flesh.
It's talking about your seed. It's talking about a man's seed, sperm, lineage of people. Come on.
He would raise up Christ.
Raise up who?
Christ.
So you tell it. So the Bible say Jesus came from the sperm of David, of David's lineage of people. Come on, man. Finish that up.
To sit on his throne.
To sit on his throne forever when he come back and return. Go ahead, Austin.
And you know it's crazy.
Right.
It says that knowing that God had sworn with an oath. Meaning if you say that Jesus Christ was not born of flesh, that he didn't have a earthly father, that he doesn't come from the seed of David, if you say all that, you say he's miraculously born, you are calling God a liar.
Blaspheming.
You are a blasphemer. If you are in Christianity, you are a blasphemer.
That's
Exactly.
right. Yeah.
Hey, y'all Christians, pay attention
Come
to
on.
what's going on. Hey,
Come on.
let's finish this out. Let's pull that back up, that article.
We're on symbolism. Symbolism. Pagan trinity. This trio, Nimrod as father, son god, Semiramis as mother queen of heaven, and Tammuz as divine son, became a model for later pagan worship, influencing cults like those of Bacchus.
Bacchus. We all heard of Bacchus.
Bacchanal, Carnival. Oh yeah, you so-called West Indians. God called you Benjamites. If you celebrate Carnival, you are worshiping Bacchus. You worshiping the devil.
Right. Now let's go. Pull it back up. We're going to go to symbolism.
Symbolism. Tammuz was often depicted as a shepherd.
As a shepherd like Christ.
Associated with nature, death, and rebirth, with his story linked to the cycle of seasons.
Except his story was linked to the cycle of seasons, right? But Christ was associated with death and rebirth, or death and what'd you call it? He's going resurrection. Yeah, death and resurrection. All right, now let's go back to the two Babylons.
And that's crazy because it shows how all the other nations, the white man included, they worship nature. They don't actually worship God. They worship the things created and not the actual creator, like the Bible said. Because God is only for the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the Israelites. That's all God is for. He's not for the white man. So the white man worships Santa, Satan, but he tricked us in our slavery to do the same thing.
Okay, we're going to go down to the last paragraph. Yep, let's get that.
That Christmas was originally a pagan festival is beyond all doubt. The time of the year and the ceremonies with which it is still celebrated prove its origin. In Egypt, the son of Isis, the Egyptian title for the queen of heaven.
All right, hold it right there. Let's get let's pull up Isis. I think I had said Osiris, but Isis. Let's pull that up.
Yeah, in the
Osiris too. That was his parents.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
In the Egyptian mythos, Osiris is Nimrod, or what they call it.
Yeah.
No, Tammuz is always going to be the sun.
right.
So that'd be like Horus or Ra. Semiramis or Ishtar is Isis, and then Osiris is Nimrod.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
So pull that up. Let's read it. We're going to go through it.
Isis's son is the ancient Egyptian god Horus, a sky god depicted with a falcon's head, who is magically conceived by Isis and her resurrected husband Osiris.
So they're saying the same thing.
They rerunning the same play.
The same play. But this was Egypt, which was before Babylon. So basically Egypt took what Babylon, wait a minute. The Babylonians took what the Egyptians was doing.
Come on, man.
It's actually the reverse because Nimrod came first.
Okay.
Do you mind if I pull the scripture real quick?
Go ahead.
Go to Genesis 6 to
Let's
back
go.
that up. Because Nimrod is what they all base it on. He was the first, we'll read it because he was a hunter. Yeah, read that, Genesis 10 and verse, what is that, 9? Read verse 8. Read verse 8. Yes, chapter 10 and verse 8.
Genesis chapter 10 and verse 8.
Bring it out.
And Cush begot Nimrod.
Cush is the father of the Nilotic Ethiopians, the Nilotic East
it out.
Africans. Go ahead. Begat Nimrod. So Nimrod is what this myth is based off of. So that would be your Osiris in this situation, or Zeus, or you're going to get into it later, the European version of it. Read.
And Cush begot Nimrod. He began to be a mighty one in the earth.
Meaning he was a king. He was a king and a terrorist. He was like Donald Trump or George Bush. Read.
He was a mighty hunter.
Or George Washington. You feel me? Go ahead.
He was a mighty hunter before the Lord.
He was a mighty hunter because he was killing people and conquering, but he also was a hunter of souls. This whole religion, Christianity, begins with this guy. All the different pagan religions and going away from worshiping the true God started with Nimrod. Read.
Even as Nimrod, the mighty hunter before the Lord. And is that it?
Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back to the article. ISIS. Let's pull it back up. We're going to finish it off.
Isis's son is the ancient Egyptian god Horus, a sky god depicted with a falcon's head, who was magically conceived by Isis and her resurrected husband Osiris, and became the divine protector of Egypt, avenging his father against his evil uncle Seth.
All right, let's get the conception.
Hey, you know, that's crazy, too, because oftentimes these single black women today and Hispanic women, they'll have a baby daddy, and they want to dress their son up as the baby daddy who ain't there. They can take that position. Damn. I'm just feeding off what y'all did earlier. What you mean, damn?
Damn.
Y'all already threw it out there. Let's go there.
Damn.
What?
Okay, yep, let's finish it off.
Conception?
Yep.
Conception. Isis magically conceived Horus after resurrecting her murdered husband, Osiris, to conceive an heir who would defeat Seth.
So basically, it's the same concept of Nimrod.
Message.
Now let's go back to the two Babylons. Yep. Last paragraph again. Did we finish the last paragraph? Yep, let's read that again.
That Christmas was originally a pagan festival is beyond all doubt. The time of year and the ceremonies with which it is still celebrated prove its origin. In Egypt, the son of Isis, the Egyptian title for the Queen of Heaven, was born at this very time, about the time of the winter solstice, the very name by which Christmas is popularly known among ourselves, Yule Day.
What day?
Yule Day.
Yule Day. Yule Day. Let's read on. We're gonna go into Yule Day, but read on.
Proves at once its pagan and Babylonian. I'm gonna guess.
Go to the next page.
Go up. Origin. Yule is the Chaldee name for an infant or little child. And as the 25th of December was called by our pagan Anglo-Saxon ancestors, Yule Day, or the Child's Day, and the night that preceded it, Mother Night, long before they came in contact with Christianity. That sufficiently proves its real character. Far and wide in the realms of paganism was this birthday observed. This festival has been commonly believed to have had only an astronomical character, referring simply to the completion of the sun's yearly course and the commencement of a new cycle. But there is indubitably evidence that the festival in question had a much higher reference than this, that it commemorated not merely the figurative birthday of the sun in the renewal of its course, but the birthday of the grand deliverer. Among the Sabians of Arabia, who regarded the moon and not the sun as the visible symbol of the favorite object of their idolatry, the same period was observed as the birth festival. Thus we read in Stanley's Sabian philosophy, on the 24th of the 10th month, that is December according to our reckoning, the Arabians celebrated the birthday of the Lord, that is the moon.
At the same time, they basically had the same concept as well.
that shows you that Islam, because Islam does the same practices that the pagan Arabians before Muhammad was doing. They just tried to doctor it up and take what we do and make it sound nice. So it shows you, because don't Muslims celebrate Christmas too?
They all celebrate Christmas.
So yeah, how you celebrate? Come on, man.
Right.
Oh, also, officer, when it say pagan Anglo-Saxons ancestors, that's not talking about the white man. If you go and watch Deacon Ithon's Hidden History, he is proven with evidence that Anglo-Saxons means angelic sons of Isaac. So that's talking about our ancestors who were in pagan worship of this same deity, just like it's talking about you Northern Kingdom. Same way y'all worship pagan Christianity today, you was doing it back then.
Bring it out. Right.
Back to the article.
Yep.
The Lord Moon was the great object of Arabian worship. And that Lord Moon, according to them, was born on the 24th of December.
Right. The 24th of December. Bomb. Right? Same time. Right? These same practices that they was observing. Even in Ishmael.
Yeah.
Ishmael was doing
and it shows they all serve the same God. They
All-
all serve the devil. The nations only serve the devil.
Christianity, it really makes no sense. Because all the proofs in the Bible that we break down every day, you know what I'm saying, they'll buck up against it. But they'll find some stuff. Well, they won't find nothing and just follow it and just think that's of Christ. Where in the Bible do you see, hey, I'm Jesus and I was born on the 25th, celebrate it? It don't say that nowhere, but y'all will fight to death to say it's okay. But we say, hey, according to Revelations 1:14, it says Jesus Christ is a black man. Nope.
Does it matter?
Color don't matter. It doesn't matter. Y'all Christians are y'all retarded. Y'all Christians are retarded.
Right. Yourself just to say.
I was gonna say something worse.
Oh, okay. Wow. Come back, Jay.
I'm back.
So when you opening up that first gift on the 24th, because I know that was some of you do, because I did it. When you open up that first,
play the music.
First little gift
No,
on
that's
December 24th, you celebrating Lord Moon. All right? Just know that you celebrating in honor of this Lord Moon.
You're late.
That's what you're doing. All right, stop the music.
Hey, so
Stop
what?
the music.
Now, what was the gift? What was the gift?
Yeah, what was the gift?
A little bit of this. Hey, that was in the past. We're gonna move on. We in the truth now. Come on.
Are you bringing it up?
Hey, let's finish that out.
World is. All right. The Lord Moon was the great object of Arabian worship. And that Lord Moon, according to them, was born on the 24th of December, which clearly shows that the birth which they celebrated had no necessary connection with the course of the sun. It is worthy of special note, too, that if Christmas Day among the ancient Saxons of this island was observed to celebrate the birth of any lord of the host of heaven, the case must have been precisely the same here as it was in Arabia. The Saxons, as is well known, regarded the sun as a female divinity and the moon as male.
That's different. That's the only difference. One worship the sun, one worship the moon on the same day, the same time period.
But it's still pagan.
Right.
And this was Northern Kingdom.
Yeah.
Go watch our hidden history. The Saxons were Northern Kingdom.
Bring it
out.
out.
Home of the 10 tribes.
All right, read that.
It must have been the birthday of the Lord Moon, therefore, and not of the sun, that was celebrated by them on the 25th of December, even as the birthday of the same Lord Moon was observed by the Arabians on the 24th of December.
Message. Go down. Read.
Even where the sun was the favorite object of worship, as in Babylon itself and elsewhere. At this festival, he was worshipped not merely as the orb of the day, but as God incarnate.
As what?
God incarnate. It was an essential principle of the Babylonian system that the sun, or Baal, was the one only God. When therefore Tammuz was worshipped as God incarnate, that implied also that he was an incarnation of the sun.
Message.
Hey, that's what I meant to say. Baal is also going into Nimrod and all that.
Yes. Bring it out. Yes.
Hey.
And like you were saying earlier, nowhere in the Bible says that you need to bring a tree in your house and this tree represents Christ's birthday.
says the opposite.
It says the opposite.
Exact opposite.
Exact opposite. So bring it out.
I mean, hey, you in the spirit.
Exact opposite. Don't say bring no damn tree in your house.
Let's go.
I mean, everybody should know where we're going, but if you're a first-time viewer, Jeremiah chapter 10 and verse 1.
Let's go.
Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel.
The house of Israel is you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Read.
Thus saith the Lord.
Thus said God. Here's what the Lord had to say. Read.
Come on.
Learn not the way of the heathen.
Learn not the way of the other nations. Don't learn the way of the. Don't learn paganism. Right? All this stuff. Idol worshiping. Don't learn the way of the heathen. Read.
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
Don't be dismayed at astrology and etymology, all this stuff that they link the sun worship and all this stuff from.
That's the crazy part. We just read through how everything that you worship goes back to worshiping the sun and moon. The Bible is a true book.
Exactly.
For the heathen are dismayed at them.
The heathen are dismayed at them, or what is it called? Just amazed at
amazed.
them. Read.
For the customs of the people are vain.
Their customs are vain. For what they do.
For one cutteth a tree.
One take a tree out where?
Out of the forest.
With bugs all in it.
Come on.
Right? And whatever else in it. Read.
Bring dirt in the house.
Dirt and ticks. Amazing.
Hey, they'll bring the tree in, but tell you take your shoes off. When you
Right,
come back.
right. You got a dirty tree in their house.
But not blacks and Hispanics. We can't afford real trees.
So you get a fake tree.
Yeah, the plastic tree. You know what it is. Yes.
Damn.
Yes. Yes, the white one with the lights built in. You already knew what it is. God damn. And that's trauma.
Officer, the Latino people go to Dollar Tree and get the Dollar Tree and they put in the house with why baby Jesus, you know?
He said he got the little like the
Yeah, I see them everywhere, you know.
You said a Dollar Tree tree?
A Dollar Tree
Now-
tree.
Now,
Now,
hang the white Jesus picture on the tree.
Hold on, y'all.
How big was the tree?
Oh,
It's
yeah,
$1.
hold on, hold on. We gotta-
It's like this big,
Yo,
a
we-
mini tree. A mini tree, yes.
They didn't get no gifts.
We have to stop. We have to stop.
Yeah.
I know, right? In my 32 years of living in the ghetto,
Damn.
I have not a near time seen a tree in Dollar Tree. What are you talking about?
But you gotta go to Aurora,
I'm
Colorado.
from Aurora. I ain't never seen that in no Dollar Tree in
Yeah, it's
Aurora.
possible they got them little mini trees in there.
That's crazy. I
Yeah.
ain't never seen.
Maybe you should just
that-
not
that-
celebrate it. Maybe
That's
just
like
not,
a
you know.
to-go
That's
tree.
right.
It's a go tree.
Yeah.
Let me get
That
a.
to go, right. Yeah.
Let me get one of them and a scratch
Hey,
off.
the trees be what? About what? 12,
Yeah, $1.
2-3 feet?
Damn.
2-3 feet high?
Oh, that's a pot. That's a potted plant.
All right.
Put it on your windowsill so it look like it's in the window when people
Right.
drive by.
Come on now, dog.
That's oppression, yo. Jeremiah chapter 10 and verse 3.
Let's go.
For the customs of the people are
So
vain.
their customs are vain. Read.
For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen.
Right. It take work to cut a tree out the forest, right?
Come on.
That tree you can't just take the tree out of, it don't just rise up on its own like some mysterious object, like a chariot.
Come on.
You got to cut the tree out the ground and pull it up. Read.
The work of the hands of the workmen with the axe.
With an axe, you got to chop it down.
They deck it with silver and with gold.
Now they deck the tree with silver and gold. They deck the tree with silver and gold. There are more.
They fasten it with nails and with hammers that it move not.
They make sure it stand up right. Fasten it down with nails. Hammer the nails down so it don't move. Right? If this tree was a god, then you wouldn't have to do all that. You wouldn't have to put chains on the tree. All right?
It would just stand up.
It would just stand up.
Damn.
Come on.
Right, Reed?
They are upright as the palm tree, but speak not.
The tree don't even speak. Right? The tree is a dumb tree. Right? You cut it out. You just cut it out the ground, and you ain't hear nothing. So you cut a tree, you You cut. If I get a cut
You
on my
cut
hand,
the tree.
right.
The tree did not cut you.
Exactly.
The tree did not pick itself up and be like, we moving.
It didn't make a sound when you was chopping it.
Tree was like, oh, goddamn, why you hit
There's
me?
no life in it.
And the tree was like, me, damn, why you did that?
Then when you put it in the storage for the rest of them 360 days, it don't cry out.
360. You know damn well they keep that tree up for like 3 months.
Right, for the other
Come
10
on.
months.
What? Come
you know,
on.
It don't cry out. It ain't lonely in there. You just get it back out for the next Christmas. Come on now.
What? Said it make no noise when you cut it.
That's hilarious. They are upright as the palm tree, but speak not. They must needs be born.
They must need be born, meaning they have to be carried. They have to be carried. These trees are not reincarnated. No reincarnated Nimrod. Ain't no Tammuz. Ain't nothing. This tree is a dead stalk because you cut the roots out of it.
That's right.
All right, let's go back.
Hey,
What you got?
No, I was gonna ask, do you have like why they did this? Do you have that in there?
I think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. Let's
Hey,
go. Well, yeah, it does explain.
Okay.
It
Hey,
does explain.
but we can't forget a Christian would read this and he'd be like, nah, that's not what he meant.
That goes into that spirit of stupidity that God has poured out on Christians. That Bishop brought out the last few weeks.
Yeah,
like,
spiritually blind and deaf.
You're idiots.
Okay, it's the next page. I think we finished that one. Let's go to the next page.
And that's sad too. You go broke trying to be like the white man, worshiping a fat white man in a tree.
Yeah.
Just for the Lord to come back and kill you for doing it.
That
Wow.
sucks. Stop it. Get some
Wow.
help.
Officer, you know what I saw in the highway? I saw this brother. It was an Issachar brother. He had Christmas tree on his car. Like he got Christmas lights all over his car. I'm like, what
you
the
mean
hell is
on
going
his
on?
car?
Was it like the Dollar Tree Christmas tree like you was talking about?
I don't know, but he got all these lights on his car. I'm like, I'm trying to think, like, why would you do that? You know
Here's
what
a
I mean?
car always got lights on their car.
No, he got Christmas
Under the
lights
car.
Lights under the car.
Right?
under the car, but he
Right,
got
everywhere.
Christmas lights. I'm like, damn, these people really, you know.
Stop it.
Got a white
Get some help.
Mother Mary on their window, like a sticker
Right.
and everything.
Big sticker, you know,
Hey.
with Virgen de
Say your line
Guadalupe,
now.
you know.
Say, come on, say that.
Eh,
I'll say it.
Go ahead.
We the only people that get a white woman or a white man tattooed on our body. You
Right.
ain't gonna find no white man getting a Mexican tatted on him.
right.
Hey,
David Officer Don Bar.
you right, man. Go what you got.
Officer, can I put a scripture? Can I get Colossians 2:8? Yeah, because you guys Latinos, Hispanics, God don't call you that. God call you the children of Israel.
That's right.
So you guys gotta stop celebrating Christmas, New Year, your birthday. You probably celebrated Thanksgiving, and that's not in the Bible. Read.
The book of Colossians, chapter 2 and verse 8. Beware, lest any man spoil you through philosophy.
These people, when they came, the Spaniards, when they came in 1519, Hernán Cortés came to Mexico. He came with the Roman Catholic Church, and he spoiled you in slavery. We're giving you Christianity, Christmas, right?
And vain deceit.
Like officer was bringing out, that's bang. And Jeremiah 10 what? That's those costs are bang. It's not doing anything for you. Donald Trump keep deporting you. They want to take you out of this country. It's not saving you, right?
After the traditions of men.
The white man. He's talking about Caesar Borgia, the white man, the white Jesus that you guys have in your house next to your tree. Right?
After the rudiments of the world.
That's
and,
of the right?
And not after Christ.
Christ never said to celebrate Christmas, New Year's. So you got to stop that, repent as an Israelite, and keep God's laws.
That's right. Repent and keep God's laws. Okay, pull that article back up of the two Babylons. Let's read that.
The Christmas tree, now so common among us, was
That's now so common among us now. Right? It's Christmas tree is a common household name, a common household feast day, festival, festivity, a damn tree. Go ahead.
The Christmas tree, now so common among us, was equally common in pagan Rome and pagan Egypt. In Egypt, that tree was the palm tree. In Rome, it was the fir. The palm tree denoting the pagan Messiah as Baal Tamar. The fir referring to him as Baal Berith.
Yeah. Pull it back up. What's going on?
Yeah, I said it because Berith, that's what Amalek uses. Amalek uses that term Berith. They use it for, they got like, it's like a CIA type thing. They got an organization with the name Berith in it. So you know, anything Amalek does is evil. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, cool. The mother of Adonis, the sun god and great mediatorial divinity, was mystically said to have been changed into a tree, and when in that state, to have brought forth her divine
So this
son.
explains the tree. Why they use the tree. Read that again.
The mother of Adonis, the sun god, and great mediatorial divinity, was mystically said to have been changed into a tree, and when in that state to have brought forth her divine son. If the mother was a tree, the son must have been recognized as the man in the branch. And this entirely accounts for the putting of the Yule log into the fire on Christmas Eve.
Right? The Yule logs is logs of fire, logs that they set on fire, right? And it's going to tell you what that represents. Let's read on.
And the appearance of the Christmas tree the next morning. As Zoroaster, the seed of the woman, which name also signified Ignagina, or born of the fire, he has to enter the fire on Mother Night, that he may be born.
So the night before Christmas, right, they light these logs on fire, right? And the next day, he comes out as a tree. But read it. It's going to kind of explain.
That he may be born the next day out of it. As the branch of God, or the tree that brings all divine gifts to men. But why? It may be asked, does he enter the fire under the symbol of a log? To understand this, it must be remembered that divine child born at the winter solstice was born as a new incarnation of the great God. After that God had been cut in pieces, on purpose to revenge his death upon his murderers. Now the great God, cut off in the midst of his power and glory, was symbolized as a huge tree, stripped of all its branches and cut down almost to the ground. But the great serpent, the symbol of life, restoring Asclepius, twist itself around the dead stock, and lo, at its side up sprouts of a young tree, a tree of entirely different kind, that is destined never to be cut down by hostile power, even the palm tree, the well-known symbol of victory. The Christmas tree, as has been stated, was generally at Rome a different
Go to the next one.
tree, even the fir. But the very same idea as was implied in the palm tree was implied in the Christmas fir. For that covertly symbolized the newborn God as Baal Berith, Lord of the covenant, and thus shadowed forth the perpetuity and everlasting nature of his power.
So through the burning of the branches, it brings forth the tree, which is the newborn God. For instance, like Tammuz. Who else? Is it Osiris?
Horus.
Horus.
Is it Adonis?
Right.
And Bacchus.
Yeah, Bacchus.
Bring it out.
Also, the tree represents the rebirth of Christ.
Cesare Borgia.
Cesare Borgia.
And then
Not Christ.
and they also say on that night, as the so-called God comes in the branch, that same branch gives gifts.
Right.
You know, and I know growing up, they say, hey, go to bed early, get your sleep, so Santa Claus can come and do what? Put gifts under your tree. So that's where it comes from.
So the logs actually represents the slain tree, and then the rebirth of the tree through the burning of the logs. But read on.
Thus shadowed forth the perpetuity and everlasting nature of his power. Not that after having fallen before his enemies, he had risen triumphant over them all. Therefore, the 25th of December, the day that was observed at Rome as the day when the victorious God reappeared on earth, was held at the Nautilus Invicti Solis, the birthday of the unconquered sun. Now the Yule log is the dead stock of Nimrod, deified as the sun god, but cut down by his enemies.
So Nimrod was cut down by his enemies. Read.
The Christmas tree is Nimrod Redivivus.
Redivivus meaning reborn. Nimrod reborn. So that's the Christmas tree now. Nimrod reborn. Read.
The slain God come to life again.
Again. The slain God come to life again through now the Christmas tree. Read.
In the light reflected by the above statement on customs that still linger among us, the origin of which has been lost in the midst of hoar antiquity.
Next page.
There can no doubt then that the pagan festival at the winter solstice, in other words, Christmas, was held in honor of the birth of the Babylonian Messiah.
Hit the bomb! Nimrod. That's all. The Christmas tree is Nimrod reborn.
Right. And so when you read back in Jeremiah 10, when it talks about, hey, read it again, Jeremiah 10 and 5.
Jeremiah chapter 10 and verse 5.
Bring it out.
They are upright as the palm tree, but speak not. They must needs be born, because they cannot go.
They can't move. They can't talk. Go ahead.
Be not afraid of them.
It says, be not afraid of them. Why would God have to tell us to not be afraid of the tree? Because in Babylonian mythology, they thought that Nimrod, the great hunter, was inside of the tree. And that if you did not give the tree presents, it would get up at night and kill you.
Bring it out.
He knows when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. Does that sound familiar? That's where that comes from. Your Santa Claus is Nimrod.
Right. And we're going to see that tree also, the Yule log it's going to refer to, actually they sacrificing to that tree, to Nimrod too. So we're going to go to the Yule log next. You got something?
No. Just what Officer was saying about, we really treat this entity like a god.
Right.
Because who knows if you've been bad or good? God.
Right.
God's eyes is 10,000 times brighter than the sun, but we give that to Christmas and Santa Claus. It's the same thing. It's pagan worship.
Huh? The white man.
Yeah. And you know what also, when it says deck it with silver and gold, at the beginning of this custom, when the Babylonians was first doing it, it wasn't no little gold balls. It was heads, because Nimrod was going around cutting people's heads off. They would black people. Well, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. They cut your head off.
So Christmas is celebrating our death.
Oh, he getting to it. We're not there yet. He's doing a yakanan.
I'll sheathe my my sword.
Foreshadowing.
So next we're going to pull up, right? We're going to pull up Wheel of the Year. The Wheel of the Year. All right? And we're going to go, I want you to read that.
The Wheel of the Year is an annual cycle of seasonal festivals observed by a range of modern pagans, marking the year's chief solar events, solstice and equinoxes, and the midpoints between them.
Start right there. So this is going into
the signs of heaven.
The signs of heaven. Don't be amazed at them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bring it out.
Now we're gonna go down. Scroll down. So that's that wheel.
Hold, wait, officer.
What you got?
Scroll down like he said. What is that? What is that?
That star right there?
That star?
Yeah.
That star of Molech?
Yeah.
Wicca? Hey, move us off the screen, Almar. Wicca, witchcraft.
Right.
That star is witchcraft.
Exactly.
For you black Hebrew Israelites.
Now let's go to we're gonna go to festivals. And then we're going to stroll down to Winter Solace. And we're going to read the Yule.
The winter solstice, midwinter Yule. The winter solstice falling on or about the 21st of December in the northern hemisphere is celebrated by neo-pagans under various names, including midwinter and Yule. A name used by neo-druids is Alban Arthan. It has been recognized as a significant turning point in the yearly cycle since the late Stone Age.
But hold up, let's go to. Let's see here.
Bruh, hey, Christmas music. I was on Clubhouse or listening to Clubhouse the other day, and Captain Yuri made out such a heavy point. He said Christmas music is some of the most pervasive forms and intrusive forms of white supremacy. Because at this time of year, no matter where you go, they bumping Christmas music, and that stuff sticks to your spirit. Like even right now, just talking about that evil stuff, them songs pop up because they've been playing it in our brain since we were children.
Right.
Bring it out.
Evil communication corrupts good manners. So you got to teach your kids, like we got the Feast of Dedication song. We got all the songs pertaining to what we biblically should be doing. That's what you need to pump into your children. Not Christmas music.
Right.
Teaching them worship a fat white man.
Okay, let's click on Winter Solstice. Solstice. Click on that. Let's read that.
Winter solstice. The winter solstice, or hibernal solstice, occurs when either of Earth's poles reaches its maximum tilt away from the sun. This happens twice yearly, once in each hemisphere, northern and southern. For that hemisphere, the winter solstice is the day with the shortest period of daylight and longest night of the year, and when the sun is at its lowest daily maximum elevation in the sky. Each polar region experiences continuous darkness or twilight around its winter solstice, the opposite event in the summer solstice.
Just read that second one.
The winter solstice occurs during the hemisphere's winter. In the northern hemisphere, this is the December solstice. And in the southern hemisphere, this is the June solstice. Although the winter solstice itself lasts only a moment, the term also refers to the day on which it occurs. Traditionally, in many temperate regions, the winter solstice is seen as the middle of winter. Midwinter is another name for the winter solstice, although it carries other meanings as well. Other names are the extreme of winter or the shortest day.
Okay, now let's go back. We just want you to see what the winter solstice means. It's dealing with astrology, right? In the seasons.
And darkness.
All right.
That's the when darkness is the longest, basically, and the light is the shortest throughout the whole year, basically.
Yeah.
Winter solstice.
So in celebrating Christmas, you're celebrating darkness.
Right. So basically the death and the reoccurrence of the sun.
Damn.
That's what they celebrate, or they worship it. Message. Now let's go back. Winter solstice, Yule. Yep.
It has been recognized as a significant turning point in the yearly cycle since the late Stone Age. Ancient megalithic sites, Newgrange and Stonehenge, were carefully aligned with the winter solstice sunrise and sunset, while commonly referred to as Yule, after the Germanic and later Northern European winter festivals of the same name. Those celebrations by Germanic heathens likely followed the Christianization of the Germanic peoples. Historical sources indicate those observances coinciding with the full moon of the lunisolar month following the winter solstice, ranging between January 5th and February 2nd in the Gregorian calendar. The reversal of the sun's ebbing presence in the sky symbolizes the rebirth of the solar god.
It symbolizes what?
The rebirth of the solar god.
Now click on rebirth of the solar god. Read that.
Dying and rising god. A dying and rising god, life, death, rebirth deity, or resurrection deity is a religious motif in which a god or goddess dies and is resurrected. Examples of gods who die and later return to life are most often cited from the religions of the ancient Near East. The traditions influenced by them included the Greco-Roman mythology. The concept of a dying and rising god was first proposed in a comparative mythology of James Fraser's seminal The Golden Bow. Fraser associated the motif with fertility rites surrounding the yearly cycle of vegetation. Fraser cited the examples of Osiris, Tammuz, Adonis, and Attis, Zagreus, Dionysus, and Jesus.
So all this come from the sun, which is, during that winter solstice, they looked at it. It died for a period of time, and then they celebrate its rebirth.
Bring it
So
out.
they linked it to those gods.
Yeah, that makes sense because as we just went into the history, the moon and sun was at the origin of all of these pagan gods that was worshipped, going into Tammuz, so on and so forth. And when you look at, like you just brought out, officer, the winter solstice, right at that point, where December 21st, 22nd, at that time, from then on, the day begins to be longer and longer, as if the sun is like born again at that time.
Yeah.
So that's what they doing with that.
Yeah. So now we're gonna go back. What you got? Oh, we're gonna go back. So where were we? We left off at the rebirth.
The reversal of the sun's ebbing presence.
No, the rebirth, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
The reversal of the sun's ebbing presence in the sky symbolizes the rebirth of the solar god and presages the return of the fertile season. From Germanic to Roman tradition, this is the most important time of celebration. Practices vary, but sacrifice offerings, feasting, and gift giving are common elements of midwinter festivals.
Click on sacrifice. So gift giving, sacrifices is relating to the Yule. Read that.
Sacrifice is an act of offering made to a deity. A sacrifice can serve as propitiation, or a sacrifice can be an offering of praise and thanksgiving. Evidence of ritual animal sacrifice has been seen at least since ancient Hebrews and Greeks, and possibly existed before that. Evidence of ritual human sacrifice can also be found back to at least pre-Columbian civilizations of Mesoamerica, as well as in European civilizations. Varieties of ritual non-human sacrifices are practiced by numerous religions today.
Right. So they sacrifice. Now let's get that video. Let's get that article that I sent to you last, to show you that Northern Kingdom, Issachar, right, was worshiping the sun god as well. So let's look. Nope, not that. It's the last one I sent you that you got to squeeze in and fit in there for me. Bring that one up. All right. Let's see the origins. Bring that on the screen.
The origins of Christmas in Mexico and what remains.
All right, check this out. You can see the Aztec Empire, so-called Aztec Empire. What you got?
No, zoom. I was going to tell him zoom in.
Zoom in.
Because if you look at this picture, what is that rolling down there?
Hearts.
Some hearts.
Yes.
Hey, it's going crazy.
Sacrificing humans.
Yeah.
And that's what the Yule mean.
And the sun looking down on it. That's crazy.
The sun, which is the sun god.
Hey, why they gave the sun a white man's face? He looking like it. Y'all crazy. Go ahead.
All right. Yep. Scroll down.
Just zoom in a little bit more. The words.
No, it should be highlighted, right, or no?
Oh, is it?
Well, let's scroll. Well, it may not be.
There we go. Scroll down. You said you wanted to scroll down.
It may not be. Scroll down. Scroll down. Scroll down. Scroll down.
Even that.
Okay. So scroll back up.
I was about to say even that first sentence.
That's
crazy.
good. We just want that. Yep. Read that.
Steaming tamales, chiles rellenos, atole, roasted pork loin, pozole. I don't know how to say that word. Bacalao. Okay, come on, Northern Kingdom. Ponche, romeritos. These are the usual suspects that make up the rich, aromatic landscape typical of a Mexican Christmas Eve dinner.
That pork in there?
Lots of pork.
Dang, that's swine.
Pork tamales, roasted pork loin.
No, not the pork tamales.
Yes, they got the pork tamales. Say something, Yakanan.
Damn.
Yeah,
I know you know about pork tamales.
Yeah, officer. So that represents when they used to sacrifice humans, do the human sacrificing. They used to cut the half and they used to make a pozole, a soup. Pozole is a Mexican soup they make, and they used to eat it.
Damn, y'all can was
Dang, so
wild.
it was cannibalism.
Yes,
Gad.
it was cannibalism. And that's how the pozole came.
What's that?
They made soup out of those hearts of the people they was killing.
What's that, brother?
Hey, we gotta
Sacrifice.
Me and Officer Jair here are having a debate. He said you wildin', as if to say that you were the Aztecs doing this.
He was.
But I know you to be from the tribe of Gad. What tribe are you,
That's
sir?
right.
The tribe of God.
That's right.
Yeah.
You gotta say it loud and proud. Say it loud.
From the tribe of God.
That's right.
If someone has to tell you to say it like that, you're probably not that tribe.
What a hand clap.
You gotta
There
say
you
it
go.
loud.
There you go.
I'm Gad and I'm proud.
Late, but you did it. All right, let's finish it.
You wanted to say Judah. These are the usual suspects that make up the rich aromatic landscape typical of a Mexican Christmas Eve dinner. These dishes, along with the Christmas tradition forged with indigenous and Catholic influences, have been an evolution over time and a prime example of colonialism. But a few surviving dishes prove an umbilical connection to our roots and ancestry.
Catholic influences.
Right.
Go ahead.
The Aztec people,
Which is Issachar according to the Bible.
who reigned over 5 to 6 million people and up to 500 small states, were ruled as a civilization by the fealty to their gods and went to great lengths to please them. Huitzilopochtli, known as the blue hummingbird to the left, god of sun and war, was among the most crucial to their livelihood. This god provided equilibrium to their world, and being in good graces with him ensured rainfall, harvest, and triumph in battle. In exchange, Huitzilopochtli was hungry for human sacrifice. The devotion of Huquilobos, Huquilobos, as the Spaniards called him, came to an apex during the winter solstice. Rituals were drawn out throughout the month of December, but the major celebrations that marked the holiday spawned over the course of 4 days and was called Panquatzalazitli. Festivities began December 21st, and when the sun dies or stops moving to celebrate the sun's reemergence or birth on December 24th.
Hit the bomb! They was worshiping the sun as well.
They was doing the same thing,
the same
and
thing.
when the Spanish came over here, they just switched it over to white Jesus.
Right? They said, okay, it's going to be Christmas now. Christianity.
Right, officer. To your point, actually, when the missionaries came to enforce Christianity and Catholicism, they used to switch it over. It was easy for them to convert them because they was like, oh yeah, you praising the sun God.
Hey, and that, you know what? That's true. That also goes into not just Northern Kingdom, because Northern Kingdom did that as well. They turned the saints into, they mixed it whatever God they was worshiping on this side, but also Levi and the brothers and sisters in the west coast of Africa. Ooh, even Manasseh in Cuba.
Right, and the Incas used to praise the sun. That used to be the Inti. That used to be the sun too.
Right. Hey, officer, do you mind if I pull the scripture real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Give me Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 17.
Let's go.
Because when you look at it, there's a reason. Why would Issachar and like Officer Yakanan said, Asher, so the so-called Incans were Asher, and even so-called Cubans, Manasseh. Y'all worship Shango and all those different gods, and y'all put that together with the Catholic Church. I know I did a sweet throat clear.
Come on.
Why would you be doing that? Where did you get that from? It goes back into the slavery and worshiping the same gods as the Assyrians and Babylonians before you came over here. Right. Read that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32 and verse 17.
Start at verse 16.
Verse 16. They provoked him to jealousy with strange gods.
With strange gods. When Northern Kingdom got rich, they started worshiping the same gods as the Assyrians, and that's what got us taken into Assyrian captivity. By doing that idol worship, by worshiping a golden calf and saying that's our God. Read.
With abominations provoked they him to anger.
Those abominations is like Officer Yakanan said, sacrificing human beings, taking the hearts out of people and making a soup out of their blood. That's an abomination. Read.
They sacrificed unto devils.
Unto devils. Your Santa Claus, your whatever his name is, that's a devil. Read.
Not to God.
Not to God. Caesar Borgia is not God. Pope Alexander, isn't it Pope Alexander the Sixth?
Pope Nicholas
No, Alexander. That was Caesar Borgia's
his
dad.
son, his son.
Pope Alexander. That's not God. The white man ain't God. Read.
To gods whom they knew not. To new gods.
Our fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, because the so-called Hispanic man, the so-called Native American, you come from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They ain't know nothing about no Hizabalibali. They ain't know nothing about no Caesar Borgia. Read.
To new gods that came newly up, whom your fathers feared not.
They ain't fear no Nimrod. Right. They ain't fear no Christmas tree or no Santa Claus.
Right. Right. They didn't fear no tree.
I ain't
they
afraid
ain't
of
had
no
no
ghosts.
tree in their house either.
Hey, you said that like Ghostbusters. I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Right. So we're going to pull up this next video, actually. What is the wheel of the year? And we're going to start at the first timestamp. And we're going to see how, this is going to show how they transition into Christmas. Let's play that.
In this video, we're going to take a look at one of the most beautiful foundations of modern pagan practice, the Wheel of the Year. Whether you're brand new, or maybe you're looking to deepen your path, this will give you a strong, clear understanding of how these seasonal festivals can bring magic and rhythm into your life. Let's start at the beginning by discussing exactly what the Wheel of the Year is all about. The Wheel of the Year is essentially a sacred calendar. It's made up of 8 festivals known as Sabbats.
So they saying the Wheel of the Year is made up of 8 festivals known as Sabbats. Where they get that from? Leviticus 23.
Right. They profane everything.
Everything.
Come on, man.
Everything.
Play on.
That mark the solar cycles, which are the solstices, the equinoxes, and then the midpoints between them. Together, they tell the story of the earth, the sun, and the cycles of life, death, and rebirth. Think of it like a wheel. It's always turning, always moving forward, but also always bringing us back to the rhythms of nature.
Right. She's not going to say bring us back to God.
Right.
It's always back to nature, back to the moon.
Right.
Go ahead, Austin.
So the sun going down, sun reemerging, coming back, the moon, lessening and coming back. All of this, right? The stars going away, reappearing, they consider it life and death. The death and then the reemerging and the life. This is crazy. Through astrology. Play it on.
In the Wheel of the Year. They are Yule, Imbolc, Ostara, Beltane, Letha, Lammas or Lunasa, Mabon, and Samhain. Each one has its own unique energy, its own traditions, and its own magical themes. Together, they guide us through the story of the year, from the rebirth of the sun at Yule, to the harvest of Mabon, to the mysteries of death and renewal at Samhain.
Okay, so let's go into the next timestamp.
Hey, let me get a script real quick, officer.
Go ahead.
Get that script real quick. Deuteronomy 4. Go ahead, pull that, read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 19.
Let's go.
Unless thou lift up thine eyes unto heaven, and when thou seest the sun and the moon and the stars.
So God is warning us not to do these things. If you notice what this woman is saying, she's saying that these signs of heaven, the moon, the stars, the cycles of the sun and moon, there's magical themes to it. There's power. There's energy to it.
The hell is this?
God said do not get caught up with this stuff, because as you read down, you're going to see why she feel like this. She and her people. Read.
Even all the host of heaven Should
the host of heaven is going into what she's talking about, the stars, moon, sun. Go ahead.
Should it be driven to worship them?
Meaning we not supposed to worship them. Come on.
And serve them, which the Lord thy God hath divided unto all nations under the whole heaven.
You know what that mean? That mean God ain't dealing with her. God ain't dealing with any other nation other than you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And what God did is give the signs of the sky for them to worship.
Hit the bomb!
But your job is to worship the God of the Bible. That's why her and her people, the nations that surround us, will always try to drive us to worship nature, worship the stars. We got the God of the Bible on our side, though.
Hey, watch this. You in the spirit. Jump to verse 7 real quick, because verse 7 explains why they're so stupid. The nations are stupid.
Come on.
The white man stupid. The Babylonians stupid. The Arabs stupid. The Moabites stupid. Japanese stupid. Because they worship something God didn't make to be worshipped. Right. Read verse 7.
Deuteronomy chapter 4 and
read verse 6.
Verse 6. Keep therefore and do them.
The commandments.
For this is your wisdom.
Wisdom. This is intelligence. Read.
And your understanding in the sight of the nations.
Meaning all the other nations don't have any understanding or wisdom. They don't have intelligence. They're not smart. They're stupid. Read.
Which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
Meaning they were supposed to see you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans worshiping the true God and be like, hey, that's how you do it. I don't even know why I'm worshiping this tree. Yeah. That's kind of stupid. Read.
For what nation is there so great, who hath God so nigh unto them?
Read.
As the Lord our God is in all things that we call upon him for.
Meaning God is only for us. And the nations would see this and know, like, hey, me worshiping the sun, that's dumb. But their God is real. And I can tell by them keeping the commandments. So you so-called Hispanics and Native Americans must come back to the Bible and keep God's commandments. Stop worshiping the sun.
Right. Let's get the second timestamp.
Okay, let's walk through each Sabbath one by one. We begin with Yule, which occurs around December 21st in the Northern Hemisphere, or around June 21st in the Southern Hemisphere. This is the winter solstice. It's the longest night of the year, but it's also the rebirth of the sun. Yule celebrates hope, light, and the promise of returning warmth. Typical Yule traditions would include lighting candles, decorating evergreens, and honoring the cycle of death and rebirth. Does that sound familiar? Yes, many modern Christmas traditions come from these ancient celebrations of Yule.
Well, there you have it. Modern Christian celebrations like Christmas comes from Yule.
Bring it
from
out.
Festivities, right? Called Yule. Yule, what else? Worshiping the sun, all of that. That's what Christmas derives from.
And it's even so crazy that you have people get in the comments who worship these different nature things and call us dumb because we just reading out the Bible.
Right.
We choosing not to worship the moon. We choosing not to worship the sun. We think that's dumb, but we're the idiots because we believe in the God that created those things.
Right. We choosing not to believe a tree is God.
What does it say? It says worship the creature rather than the creator. Yeah, Romans 1.
Yeah, obviously, a lot of Hispanic people, they worship these things and they go into Santeria, Brujeria, and witchcraft.
Yeah, it's
voodoo.
That's, hey, you in the spirit. Because that's what when Officer brought it out on the Wikipedia page, the whole solstice thing, because it don't say solstice in the Bible. It talks about the seasons, and the seasons are dictated by the different feasts. You have Passover for the beginning beginning of the year. You have the Feast of Ingathering or Feast of First Fruits or Pentecost. That's in the summer. You have the end of the harvest, which is Tabernacles or Ingathering. You have the Feast of Dedication at the end of the year. All these things show us when the seasons are. That's what God gave to us. But the nations, the white man and his evil and in his witchcraft, going into Santeria, that's where you worship the solstice and the sun and the moon. It's witchcraft, it's evil.
Speaking of which, now let's get the seven pagan festivals. Let's pull up that article.
Look at this.
All right, let's read that.
Dancing around the Wicker Man. You ever watch that
Look
movie?
at that image.
You ever watch that movie Wicker Man?
I haven't.
Oh man.
Good.
I mean, it's about this. It's about pagan festivals. It's about this dude. He goes to an island. The island has a cult, and at the end of the movie, they put him in this giant like wood statue, and they set him on fire.
Did you just ruin the whole movie?
It's a movie from the 70s.
So they burnt him alive.
Yeah, they burnt him alive.
Dang.
The Bible ruins the end of the world. At the end, we win.
I knew that one.
Hey,
I knew that one.
Hey, Jesus black.
All right, what we got? Let's stroll down.
You can still watch it. Y'all weird. Hey, zoom in. Here we go. Holidays with pagan origins.
Come on.
Christmas, New Year's Day, Easter, the Roman version of Halloween, May 1st or Labor Day, Epiphany or Three Kings Day, St. John's Eve.
Hey, officer, I got something on that. Like, let's say the Three Kings Day, not
What
the
is that?
so-called Latinos.
What is that?
It means the Los Reyes Magos. That means they celebrated January 8th. So after Christmas, they, especially so-called Mexicans, but you guys are the tribe of Issachar, you guys celebrate El Dia de los Magos, which is they talk about those three kings that supposedly came and bring gift to baby white Jesus,
Dang.
So,
yes.
yeah, no, well, then you got to, again, just like Officer Adon did with the birth of Christ, you then have to go into the Bible and show us where it says three kings or three wise men did anything. You have to show us that in the scriptures. Spoiler alert.
Not biblical.
It's not there. It's not in there.
Yeah. Exactly. All right.
When we hear or read about pagan religions and traditions, we automatically think that they're long gone, things that have absolutely nothing to do with our modern lives. But if we are curious enough to just scratch the surface of our modern traditions, we might be very surprised to discover that there is actually nothing new in most of the holidays we celebrate every year.
That's the thing about our people. They ain't curious about nothing.
Nope.
They are stupid.
Stupid. Hit the bomb. You stupid. Come on, brother.
All right, let's read on.
But if we are curious enough to just scratch the surface of our modern traditions, we might be very surprised to discover that there is actually nothing new in most of the holidays we celebrate every year. When it comes to festivities, rituals, and traditions, we literally didn't invent anything.
Message.
We keep doing the same things the ancient Romans used to do 2,000 years ago. We simply call them by different names. If somebody wholeheartedly wished you a very merry Dies Natalis Solis Invicti, what would you reply? Or what if somebody were to ask you insistently about your plans for the Calendae January?
Come on.
It wouldn't ring a bell, would it? The Dies Natalis Solis Invictus and the Calendae January, aka Christmas and New Year's Day, are just two of the main holidays we still happily celebrate that actually go all the way back to ancient Rome.
Esau is vile, yo. Why?
Why did you
Look
go
at
back?
that images.
Just
Where
naked.
are y'all clothes?
Why you went
Images
back?
Why?
with babies.
Because that,
This is
hey, officer, that's what it is.
Dang.
Orgies with babies.
Orgies with babies.
All Rome was,
gracious.
Rome was just an empire of Epsteins.
Damn.
Wow.
Right.
Hey,
right.
you know how we mentioned
Call them
Romans?
angels.
Damn. How we mentioned
Freaky.
Romans 1 in chapter 1 talking about how we serve the creature more than the creator. When you kept reading down, it started getting into some homosexuality.
Can we read it?
Yeah, let's read it.
Let's read it. The book of Romans, chapter 1 and verse 25. Verse 25. Who changed the truth of God into a lie?
The so-called white man have been changing the truth of God into a lie, talking about how Christmas is the birth of Jesus Christ when it wasn't. Go ahead.
And worshipped and served the creature more than the creator.
Meaning they celebrate or worship nature and make nature God when God created nature. Go ahead.
Who is blessed forever. Amen.
Jump to 26.
For this cause, God gave them up unto vile affection.
Nasty affection. So people who serve nature, go ahead.
For even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature.
Hey, Hasadai, what's the woman's natural use?
Have babies.
So if it's changing against that, what does it mean they're doing?
Gay.
Meaning when you serve all these...
lesbian. You're funny.
When you're carpet munchers and stuff like that, it comes from your feces that y'all keep, because it stems from gay. Keep reading.
Stems from gay.
It stems from gay
and
sin.
Come on. And likewise also the men.
The men too, the little simp boys that love their mama. Go ahead.
Leaving the natural use of the woman, buried in their lust. Burned in their lust.
Burned in their lust. Then we get burned again. Go ahead.
One towards another. Bars.
Go ahead.
Men with men. Working that which is unseemly.
Meaning, so if you follow in the ways of this world, you're going to end up like a homo. You're going to end up being a homo. What's it? Unless the Lord would have left this small remnant, we would all been like Sodom and Gomorrah. Because all these pagan holidays go back to some nastiness. These people are disgusting, and we love to serve them rather than serving the Creator.
It's heavy because what is the book we're in? Romans. And God is a master chess player, man.
All praise the Most High for leaving that remnant. Let's scroll down. Let's read on.
That's right.
But how come so many holidays survive, albeit in rebranded forms? When Emperor Theodosius issued the Edict of Thessalonica in 380 AD, paganism was outlawed, and the Christian religion became the one and only official religion of the Roman Empire. But for the many Romans who remained faithfully devoted to Jupiter and his mythological crew, the transition to the new monotheistic religion was anything but easy. And go back up. I'm sorry. That Emperor Theodosius, this is black people still. This is at the time when black people were ruling Rome.
Bring it
That's
out.
what that is. Reading. And so the church decided to replace the most important pagan festivities with new Christian holidays on the same dates, as the calendar remained pretty much the same as before. It was much easier for the one-time pagan populace to adjust his new faith. In exactly this way, the date of Christmas was established on December 25th in order to replace the old festival of the sun god. And the same happened with many other holidays.
So they transitioned into Christmas. Read on.
This strategy worked out so well that with the passing of the centuries, even the memory of the original pagan celebrations faded away and was almost completely forgotten. But this fascinating history is still everywhere apparent in Italy, if you know where to look. And on our expert-led guided tours of Rome, we love to help you uncover these hidden histories. So let's put aside for a moment our holidays as we have always known them and rediscover these ancient traditions. We have a lot more in common with them than you might think.
Let's put aside these holidays and think about where they come from. Think about the ancient traditions, right, of Christmas, which is another name for Yule.
Saturnalia.
The sun god, Tammuz, Nimrod, Isis. Think about that. Now let's read about Christmas real quick.
Christmas. We already know how we celebrate on December 25th. But how would ancient Romans have celebrated their pagan version of Christmas? For an ancient Roman, December 25th was the time to celebrate Sol Invictus, the unconquered sun. The sun god was venerated under different names all over the enormous territory of the Roman Empire and became the most important god during the 3rd century AD. The emperor Aurelianus built a big temple for the sun god in Rome and inaugurated it right on December 25th, 274 AD. It is no wonder that the biggest celebration of the sun god fell on this date at the beginning of winter time. On December 21st, in fact, with the winter solstice, the sun wins his battle against the darkness, and the daylight hours slowly increase. That's why such a peculiar date, marked by the victory of light, was busy with birthdays of many gods: Dionysus, Hercules, Adonis, Mithras, and even Tammuz, the ancient Mesopotamian god of fertility. But December 25th was only the last day of more than a week of celebrations in Rome, known as Saturnalia.
Saturnalia. Read.
Leading up to Dies Natalis Solis Invicti, the birth of the sun. Starting on December 17th, the Saturnalia involved a lot of banquets and a lot of sorts of parties with families and friends. During this time, all social rules were reversed, just like in the carnival. But the most significant aspect of Saturnalia was the traditional exchange of gifts, just like we do nowadays. The most popular gift for this occasion were little figurines of gods made out of clay. They used to be put on display on altar at home. This might be at the origin of the Italian tradition of the nativity.
That's all we want.
Hey, officer, they played us.
Yeah.
They didn't. Okay.
Go ahead, but say what you was gonna say.
Well, just when it talks about the Italian tradition of the nativity, that's going into like if you ever go into people, or if you ever drive by like them churches and they got like the white baby Jesus with the white Mary and the white Joseph out on the lawn and the manger and stuff, that's what that's going into. So it's again going into the idols they used to make. But when it says involved a lot of banquets and all sorts of parties, and during this time all social rules were reversed, it's going into some freaky, weird white people stuff.
We're going to get into that.
Okay, come on.
Yep. What? It is going into that. They try to play it down, but we got a clip where this pastor really gets into it.
Is he a 69 God? Is that what it is? Freaky?
No, I don't know this pastor's name, but we're gonna get into it. Let's make sure that next video is queued up. But what you got?
Officer, where it say Natividad, right? That La Navidad is in Spanish. So it comes from the same word, like you say. And then you go to any, Mexican, you guys from the tribe of Issachar restaurant, you're always going to see on this time, you're going to see white baby Jesus. They don't put it into the 25th. So you're going to see Virgin Mary and St. Joseph, both white, and then they put the baby Jesus on the 25th.
What type of Mary?
Virgin Mary?
The Virgin Mary. We got you.
Okay.
That's right.
Hey, let's bring up the next video.
Virgin.
The history of the Roman festival of Saturnalia.
But she ain't really gonna.
Saturnalia started
just like she gonna sugarcoat it too, but that's okay.
White people.
Let's
evil,
go into
bro.
it though.
White people are evil.
On the 17th of December and ran for anything between 3 and 7 days afterwards, depending on what time period it was, because under different emperors it ran for different periods of time. It was a celebratory festival, a party festival, very much like Christmas. The poet Catullus called it the best of days. The somewhat less cheerful Seneca the Younger described it as a time when the whole mob has let itself go in pleasures. The festival opened with sacrifices.
You gotta read through the lines.
Yeah, it's right there. Let themselves go in pleasures.
Yeah.
Forget.
It's there. All right, play on.
Temple of Saturn in the city of Rome. But most of the festival was celebrated within people's homes and households, and that allowed it to spread far beyond the city of Rome itself. Ancient Roman festivals varied. Some of them were very specific to the city, to a certain place, to a certain group of people. Others were celebrated by everyone, or at least they could be celebrated by anyone, anywhere in the Roman world. And Saturnalia was one of those, because most of it took place within the home. At the height of the Roman Empire, it had spread at least as far as Athens in Greece and Fayum in Egypt. Houses were decorated with greenery and extra lights. People gave each other presents, particularly wax candles and little poems. There would be feasts and parties. Piglets were sacrificed to Saturn, and there was general feasting and drinking. On the last day of the festival, a fair was held called Sigillaria, where people would exchange little pottery figurines called sigilla as gifts. They would also sell small items and give money to their dependents. The festival was dedicated to the god Saturn, who...
Right, to the god Saturn. So let's get the next timestamp.
Saturn or Satan.
Right.
The black cube god. That's what Saturn is going into. Or Santa.
Santa.
Oh, damn. Santa is Saturn?
Let's pull up the next one.
Saturnalia actually lasted quite a long time as a festival in its own right, and even existed briefly alongside Christmas. Macrobius wrote a text called
It existed briefly alongside Christmas until they eventually transitioned strictly into Christmas. But play on.
Saturnalia in the 5th century CE, following the form of the philosophical dialogue, kind of aping Plato's famous text Symposium from the 5th century BCE. By the time Macrobius wrote this text, any religion except for Christianity was illegal in the Roman Empire. All other religions had been outlawed by Emperor Theodosius in the late 4th century. So it was not legal to be anything other than Christian, but Saturnalia does still seem to have been around. Macrobius's text is set deliberately in the 4th century, in the past, a point before everything else was illegal, and features several different historical characters, including pagans, who are from different time periods, and it's all mixed up together. So it's not an accurate representation of any specific celebration of the Saturnalia. But it does give a general idea of the festival, and it also indicates that Saturnalia is still well known enough to be the centerpiece of a text like this by the 5th century CE. We know that it was being celebrated at least well into the 4th century, sometimes under the name of Brumalia, from Bruma, the shortest day. The solstice, the winter solstice in the Julian calendar, is the 25th of December, interestingly enough, albeit Saturnalia is of course celebrated from the 17th to about the 21st. Christmas was at that time relatively recently established. The first reference to the 25th of December as the Nativity of Jesus is in the calendar.
Christmas was recently established. All right, and it was established based on these holidays right here. But play on these festivals.
Of Philocalus from 354 CE, which also lists the 17th of December as the Ludi Saturnalia, the Saturnalian Games. We have to assume that in a Christian context, this is not what a Ludi would have been in years past, which is gladiatorial combat, but Ludi in the sense of playing games, parties and festivals. The 25th of December was the birthday of Sol Invictus, that is victorious sun, in the mystery cult dedicated to Mithras, as well as being the winter solstice. So presumably that's why the Christians picked up on it, to make it the day they chose to celebrate the nativity of Jesus. It's not meant to be like literally that was his birthday. There are lambs.
Go ahead, play it.
Who's the white guy? Where are all those white people on the screen?
In the nativity story, so it would have to be happening in the spring. It's more a day that's been chosen to celebrate the birthday of Jesus rather than anybody literally believing that Jesus was born on the 25th of December.
Hey, they believe. I'm saying that should be such a slap in the face to the black, Hispanic, and Native American Christian. Your stupid self is out here. You out here believing that that's literally the white Caesar Borgia, the white Jesus' birthday, and the white woman herself is telling you like, nobody believes that.
Right.
You big dummy.
Meaning they know it's not Jesus' birthday.
Right.
But
you blacks, Hispanics, Native
we
Americans.
don't know. You mind if I get a script?
Get it.
Get
it. I know you good.
Come
get
on
it.
now, Get Isaiah.
What's wrong with you?
Chapter 30, please, and verse 10. Because what you're going to notice, I think it was already brought out from one of the articles you brought out, officer, is during this time in Rome, what made the transition from it being celebrated, named Saturnalia, to being Christmas or Christ's birthday was just putting the name of Christ on it. Meaning what? Meaning people had an awareness that it had nothing to do with Jesus, but they went along with it just to feel better about, yeah, I'm good with God. You put Jesus' name on it, and I'll do it so I can feel better about what I'm doing. Read that.
And officer, don't forget that these are black people.
Black Christians.
Black Christians in Rome.
Right.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 30 and verse 10.
And still to this day, this is how we operate. Read that.
Which say to the seers, see not.
Good verse 9, I'm sorry.
Verse 9, that this is a rebellious people.
Because it's a rebellious thing to find nowhere in God's word to celebrate Christmas, but you will not listen to us. You will do the tradition because you want to do the tradition because it's fun for you. It's for the kids, but you don't want to hear nothing God got to say. That's rebellious. Come on.
You niggas are crazy. Lying children.
Lying. Come on.
Children that will not hear the law of the Lord.
Because our people don't want to hear God's correction. Our people don't want to hear Christ is Christmas is pagan. Christmas is of the devil. Christmas is against God. They don't want to hear that. Come on.
Which say to the seers, see not.
They don't want the prophets to see their sin. They don't want us pointing out what they're doing wrong. They want to be comfortable in the life they live in. Come on.
Message. And to the prophets, prophesy not. Prophesy not unto us right things.
That's what they say. Don't tell me if I keep celebrating Christmas, I'm going to die. Don't tell me Christmas is really dealing with Talmuds and sun worship.
Don't tell me that Christ wasn't born on this day.
Right.
That Christ ain't white.
This is a family tradition. I don't want to hear that.
It's for the kids.
It's for the kids. My kids love this. Read.
Speak unto us smooth things.
What do the black Christians say?
Speak unto us smooth things.
What do the Latino Christians and Catholics say?
Speak unto us smooth things.
Tell us it's all about Jesus. Right. Just tell us it's about Jesus and that nothing's wrong with it. Come on.
Prophesy deceit.
That's what our people do. We have to stop thinking like this, because just in this time, how people knew it was wrong, and they still was like, we'll do Saturnalia. We'll just put Christ's name on it. Still today, the information is out there. It has nothing to do with God.
Right. You niggas are crazy. Because by celebrating Christmas, celebrating a day where they incorporate, quote unquote, Jesus with the customs of the white man, they now feel they can be closer to the white man.
She is their God.
She is their God.
All right, let's finish that off.
They're zaddy, they're white zaddy.
Well, I didn't say that. You said that one.
That's what they doing.
I said
I think, Captain Gab brought it out during his Sabbath morning class. How if you go into the Christian church and you worship Christianity, you have a homosexual relationship with the white man. You're saying only the white man can teach me how to be a man. Only the white man can teach me how to love my wife. And you, as a black woman, making your husband go into that white supremacy Christian church, you saying the white man got to teach your husband how to love you. You have a homosexual relationship with the white man.
All right, let's play on.
448, a church calendar put together by Polemius Silvius listed the 17th of December as Feriae Servorum, or Servorum, the festival of the slaves. So clearly Saturnalia is associated with that idea of slaves having a holiday, maybe masters waiting on slaves, and freedom and liberation.
Hold on, what? No, play that again. Play that again, please. What did she just say? Maybe we're tripping. Maybe we're dumb. Maybe we're the stupid ones.
It's because she say it with a smile.
Come on.
It's so smooth
It's so
coming
easy
out.
for
So
them to
our
say
people
it.
be like, oh, we just go to sleep. We go right to sleep. We don't really hear what she's saying.
The bishop's been saying this for 30 years. Well, maybe you'll believe it when Miss Ann or Miss Laura say it. Replay it again.
December as Feriae Servorum, or Servorum, the festival of the slaves. So clearly Saturnalia is associated with that idea of slaves having a holiday, maybe masters waiting on slaves, and freedom and liberation. For one day only, of course. In 568...
So Christianity...
That's crazy, bro.
Christmas...
One day.
It's a day where you can and they know what to do. That's what they say about Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Right.
It's a day where I can get with my family.
Right.
Why? Because all the rest of the days of the year,
You a slave.
black brown butt is working.
Exactly. And it says that. You're right.
Christmas is a slave holiday.
Bro, she said that with just a straight smile and just... Y'all slaves.
And we love it too. We be like, yes, boss, thank you for that Christmas bonus. Thank you for that Christmas ham. I'm finna go give my little boy a gift.
Just smoke crack.
Exactly.
That's why they give you Sunday off. Sunday,
Sun worship.
Northern Kingdom, they don't want to work on Sundays. They're like, no, Sunday is a holiday. But no, it's the
Sunday,
Sabbath.
the white man said, I don't have to work.
But they'll defile a Sabbath. Yeah, they go double
They-
time on
yeah,
Sabbath.
Yeah, they work double that day.
All right, let's finish that one off.
The Council of Tours declared that the whole period of 12 days between the Nativity and the Epiphany formed one festal cycle. So basically what it looks like happened is over the course of the late 4th and early 5th century, Saturnalia slowly got eroded because there was more and more celebration of Christmas, of Epiphany, and of the entire period between them. And once you've got the 12 days of Christmas running from the 25th of December through to 12th night on the 5th of January and then Epiphany on the 6th, you don't really need another festival that's taking place from the 17th to the 21st of December or thereabouts. So Saturnalia eventually disappeared and its customs got absorbed into Christmas. And quite a few of those customs did. We've got the greenery, the extra lights,
Right there,
the
we
feasting
good.
in general, giving.
Everything absorbed into Christmas. Right? What did that time? That's the end of that time stamp? Right? Everything absorbed into Christmas. Now, let's play this other video here. Let's go. He gonna break down Saturnalia for you, how it's supposed to be. Let's play this next video. This is Make It Plain. Play that.
We have friends who do not celebrate Christmas because they say December 25th is really a pagan holiday. While I agree that Jesus may not have been born on December 25th, he certainly was born as described in the Bible. How do I respond to them?
Well, in a sense, tell them they're right. You see, the winter solstice a couple of days later was the shortest day of the year, and the pagans had something called Saturnalia, and it was a time of lawlessness.
Yeah, and see, that's what the problem was.
Because all the laws were suspended, and people, a bunch of singers actually wandered the streets naked, singing. And then they had orgies, sexual orgies. It was a mass thing. Well, when the Catholic Church came along in Italy, the Romans and others didn't want to give up their holidays, so they said, okay, we'll Christianize it.
I knew something was wrong.
And so they said, okay, we'll say the birth of Jesus was the 25th of December, the 25th of December.
Hear ye,
Right there. Stop
which
right
the Lord
there.
speaketh.
So he basically explains Saturnalia, right? Right? He's like that. It's about having orgies and all kind of stuff. That's
Freak
what that
off.
was about.
Yeah, it was freak offs.
Freak off. Now let's pull this.
Yo, Christmas is a Diddy holiday.
Exactly, a Diddy.
But they talk us back about Diddy, but then we'll do that on
do
25th.
the Diddy if you want to.
What?
Christmas freaking. Thanks, Lamar.
Now let's get this next video. Pastor Pam here.
Oh, snap.
After knowing all this, here's what he has to say.
Snap.
Celebrate Christmas or not celebrate Christmas, watch, non-essential. If you're in the non-celebrate camp because you think it's pagan,
Hold on. Yeah,
then you
thank
don't
you.
celebrate.
Hold on.
think it's
No,
pagan?
There is evidence that it is pagan. The white woman will tell you that, Pastor Pam. Since you don't want to listen to the Israelites, pull up the white woman video. She'll tell you.
Talking about some think.
No, it is. Come on.
You big dummy. But please don't slander, which is a sin.
Huh?
The brothers and
Hold on.
sisters
Wait.
who-
Whoa. Wait. Correction is a sin?
Come on.
We got to get it.
What's wrong with
Leviticus.
you?
wrong with
trying
you? So please don't slander.
A slander is when you say something that's not true about
Not
something.
true.
Huh.
That's crazy. They can't go like a sentence without lying.
Pagan holidays like Christmas.
What is that slandering?
Jeremiah 10.
Right.
And well, a slander would be to say that Jesus was not a black man, but an ethnic Jew. Because according to the truth of the Bible, Jesus is described as a black man. So Pastor Pam, in and of himself, would be slandering Jesus the Christ.
Slandering would be to say that to celebrate Christmas or not is not important. It's not essential. When the Bible says to keep God's commandments from the greatest to the least of them.
Right.
That would be a slander.
What he's doing. Blasphemy.
All day. A pastor, someone that's going to be teaching the word of God, line on God, with every single sentence he say on his Sunday, what do you call it? Sunday service. Go ahead, read that. Leviticus 5:1.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 5 and verse 1. And if a soul sin,
if a man is celebrating Christmas, which is a sin,
come on,
and hear the voice of swearing, and is a witness,
I see you celebrating Christmas. Go ahead.
Whether he have seen or know of it, if he doth not honor it,
if I don't say, hey, God said don't do that, go ahead,
then he shall bear his iniquity.
That means it's just like you celebrating that same sin, meaning they gonna be put to death, and so will you. So no, it's not slandering. It's called love. If I see my people in sin, I'm gonna say, hey, God says don't do that. If you do that, when he comes back, he's going to kill you. That's called love. That's what the Bible is about. But y'all spread hate and lies.
That's why these Christian pastors, you have blood on your hands.
Right. A lot of it.
Right.
By allowing the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American people to celebrate Christmas and worship a white Jesus, you have blood. You've killed them. You're a murderer.
Right. Let's play on.
Choose to celebrate. And if you're in the celebrate camp, please don't slander, which is a sin, your brothers and sisters who are in the don't celebrate camp. And just give each other, watch this word.
I don't want to hear no more. Next video. Let's pull up the bishop.
Thank you.
With that
Let's see what
music
he
and
gotta
stuff.
say.
Thank you.
The next video.
Yeah, let's see what the Bible's really about.
Let's pull up the next video.
Let's get some actual
Let's
understanding.
play that. Let's get some understanding.
Come on.
Just pondering about your Christmas celebration. Many of you don't know what this origin really is, how it came about. Now, it started when you read the Bible in Jeremiah chapter 10, okay, verses 1 through 5, where God says, don't learn a custom where you cut down a tree and decorate it with silver and gold and fasten it with nails and with hammers that it fall not. We all know that that's Christmas. There's no other holiday that we use a tree except that one. So, thinking about this Christmas, the origin, not even so much the origin, later on in history, because that was around 606 BC when you read Jeremiah 10. Later on, in the 1500s, the Netherlands celebrated Christmas. Listen to the timing. The 1500s, the Netherlands celebrated Christmas. And it was honored with Saint Nick. Saint Nick is who, you might ask? Pope Nicholas V. And in the Netherlands, they have Saint Nick dressed as Pope Nicholas V. Now, Pope Nicholas V is the one who orchestrated or wrote the papal bull, which instituted the transatlantic slave trade, allowing Spain and Portugal to enslave all black Israelites, the Israelites, who were called Moors at that time. Moors is Latin. It means black. And we were their slaves. They enslaved us. And that's why when you look at the Netherlands celebration of Christmas with Pope Nicholas V, Saint Nick, he has a helper, a slave, a servant called Zwarte Piet, which means Black Peter. And it's a bunch of them. And they all dress up in blackface. White people dress up in blackface in honor of our destruction, in honor of our fall, our demise. 300 years after that, around 1870, America said, you know what? That's a good holiday. We should make it official here. So what did they do? They kept St. Nick, but they said, let's not reveal that that's Pope Nicholas V. Make him fat, keep his name, St. Nick. And his helper should not be Zwarte Piet, Black Peter. They're going to tie it in, but that's their slavery. I know. Let's make those black Moors, the Suerte Pete's, into elves. Santa's little helpers. That's right. Now, when you read Revelation 11, verse 10, and they that dwell upon the earth, the Europeans, whites, shall rejoice over them, rejoice over us. We're the them, the Israelites, and make merry, Merry Christmas, and shall send gifts one to another. We were the gifts. Our sons, our daughters, our mothers, our fathers were the gifts they sold and gave one to another. Because these two prophets, Judah and Israel, the kingdom was split into two. Because these two prophets tormented them that dwelt on earth. During the times of the kings and the chronicles, when you read in the Bible, yeah, we tormented the nations in righteousness to keep the commandments, to keep God's laws. During the Dark Ages, we forced Europeans into the caves of the Caucasus Mountains. Yes, we did. But I know many of you black Christians, you're still going to reject that, but that's okay. Do the research. Check the Netherlands out. Check out the history of Christmas in the Netherlands. You'll find out. So that with that, my black brothers and sisters in Christianity, I have just one thing to say to you all. Merry Christmas, you dumb niggas.
Yeah. Pastor Pam.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Malachi 2:7 says,
Go ahead.
a priest's lips should keep knowledge. That's what you just saw. Knowledge.
That's right.
Pastor Pam ain't got no damn knowledge. He knows nothing about the Bible.
At all.
Bishop is a man of God.
That's right.
Pastor Pam is a man of Satan.
Right.
Exactly. Right. Exactly. Hey. Now let's get the Papa Bull was Bishop was talking about. Let's pull that up. Let's pull up the Papa Bull. Let's blow it up.
Sanctions against ethnic populations. Papal bull set the stage for domination and slavery. A papal bull is a type of public decree, letters, patent, and or charter issued by a pope of the Catholic Church. Bull from bulla or seal, sanctioned by the popes who wrote one papal bull decree after another that gave instruction and latitude to ferret out heresy. Local and regional church officials were empowered to question, punish, imprison, convert, enslave, torture, and kill in the name of the Catholic Church, giving rise to sanctioned violence against the other. 1184, November 4th. Pope Lucius III, ad abolendum, established the Inquisition to abolish the malignity of diverse heresies. It is but fitting that the power committed to the church should be awakened, of the imperial strength that by the concurring assistance, both the insolence and impertinence of the heretics in their false design may be crushed. 1452, June 18th. Pope Nicholas V, Dum Diversus. It authorized Alfonso V of Portugal to reduce any Saracens, Muslims, and pagans, and any other unbelievers to perpetual slavery. This facilitated the Portuguese slave trade from West Africa.
Transatlantic.
Yeah, if you go back up. When it says Saracens, Muslims, and pagans, and any other unbelievers, that's talking about black people. Because in Portugal, in Spain, and the Iberian Peninsula, you had, towards the end there, 1452 was the fall of, what's the name of the city? It's basically the last stronghold of the Moors, or black people that were in Islam. When that fell, I think it was Gibraltar. No, it was another city. But when we fell in Spain, that Dum Diversus allowed them to be like, all right, now make them slaves, and where you push them into West Africa, go get them and enslave them there.
Bring it out.
Go ahead. 1455, January 5th. Pope Nicholas V, Romanus Pontifex, extended to the Kingdom of Portugal. Alfonso V and his son, the Catholic nations of Europe dominion over discovered lands during the Age of Discovery, along with the sanctifying the seizure of non-Christian lands. It allowed for the enslavement of native non-Christian peoples in Africa and the New World.
We know what the New World refers to, Austerich, which is America today.
It goes into the, like Bishop was bringing out, those two prophets that tormented us. Judah in Africa,
Right.
and Israel in the New World.
Right.
And this is this Pope Nicholas V that instituted our slavery is the same guy that is behind the whole Saint Nick.
Right.
That's how this ties into Christmas.
That's
This is the guy they call Saint Nick.
Exactly. Nice showdown. Let's read that.
1478, November 1st. Pope Sixtus IV. Exegete Sinceri Divintinus Affectus. Authorized King Ferdinand V of Aragon and Queen Isabella I of Castile to establish their own inquisition, as well as appoint inquisitors without interference from the church. So that's going into the Inquisition was to find out the black Jews, us, in the land of Spain. So after they kicked out the brothers who was in Islam, those of us that were keeping the commandments, they were like, all right, we got to get them now too. 1493, May 4th, Pope Alexander VI. This is a bit complicated. Inter Caetera, Spain and Portugal are authorized to colonize the Americas and its native peoples as subjects. It also justifies the enslavement of Africans, granted to the Catholic monarchs Ferdinand and Isabella as sovereigns of Castile. All lands to the west and south of a pole-to-pole line, 100 leagues west and south of any islands of Azores or the Cape Verde Islands.
I'm sorry. Can you read that first paragraph again? Because I'm tired of them teaching history like it's different. Read that first paragraph one more time.
Spain and Portugal are authorized to colonize the Americas and its native peoples.
Meaning Spain and Portugal, by these laws that they wrote, gave them permission to enslave Northern Kingdom. Meaning you so-called Hispanics, subject means slaves. Y'all was enslaved when they came and conquered the Americas. Keep reading. It also
justifies the enslavement of Africans.
There is no difference in Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom. They try to be slick. They say Northern Kingdom was subjects, but Judah was enslaved. No, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Just wanted to point that out, but keep reading.
Oh, also, so it was in 1492. It was Granada that fell. That was the fall of Spain. Yep, that's what that was. My bad. The line of demarcation divided Atlantic zones only. Spain and Portugal could pass each other towards the west or east, respectively, on the other side of the globe, and still possess whatever lands they were first to discover. The bull was silent regarding whether lands to the east of the line would belong to Portugal, which had only recently reached the southern tip of Africa and had not reached India. These lands yet to be discovered lay beyond those along the west coast of Africa as far as Guinea, and were given to Portugal via the 1481 bull of Eterna Regis, which had ratified the Treaty of Alcavegas. Before you go from there, go back up real quick, because the person who did this bull, this papal bull, keep going up. Right there. May 4th, 1493, Pope Alexander VI. Y'all know who that is? Does anybody know who that is?
Come on!
Yep, that's the father of Caesar Borgia. I appreciate you putting the camera on me, y'all. Appreciate you. You the best. That's Caesar Borgia's daddy. I got you. Can I grab a scripture?
Go ahead.
Watch this. Give me Wisdom of Solomon. Chapter, I believe so. So Caesar Borgia is the image that we, and by we I mean you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, ignorantly called Jesus the Christ.
Bring it out.
That's that white guy that you think was born on December 25th. It goes with everything that Officer Adon's been bringing out in the class about Tammuz and Nimrod. Watch this. No, yep, 14 and verse 15. Watch this.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14 and verse 15.
Start at verse 12 and then jump to 15.
Yes, sir. Verse 12. For the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication.
That's why when we brought out earlier about you being in Christianity, you are in a homosexual relationship with your oppressor. It's the same thing. That's that spiritual fornication. Read.
And the invention of them, the corruption of life.
Because through that idolatry, you're dying. That's what Christmas is, a slave holiday. Verse 15.
For a father afflicted with untimely mourning.
Now, in the time of 1493, this is talking about Pope Alexander VI, Rodrigo Borgia, the father of Caesar Borgia, when his son died. But it also goes back to the different mythologies surrounding Tammuz and Nimrod. It's doing the same thing. The same thing that Nimrod, Tammuz, and Semiramis did back then is the same thing that in the 1400s, during the Renaissance, Pope Alexander VI and the white man did. Read.
For a father afflicted with untimely mourning, when he hath made an image of his child, soon taken away.
Because Caesar Borgia died. He died of syphilis in the streets. Read.
Now honored him as a god.
Bishop brings it out all the time in the pillory. The images that what's his name, Leonardo da Vinci made of his gay lover Caesar Borgia. That image of the beast that you call Jesus Christ, that you say was born on December 25th. Read.
Which was then a dead man.
He was dead. He not alive. Read.
And delivered to those that were under him. And delivered to those that were under him ceremonies and sacrifices.
Christmas gifts. Read.
Thus, in process of time, an ungodly custom.
So from the time of Nimrod, even today, that ungodly custom of Sol Invictus, of Christmas, read.
Grown strong.
Now it's strong in the earth. And even Muslims and Buddhists and Amalek celebrate Christmas. Read.
Was kept as a law.
As a law. They made it a law. They combined Sol Invictus with quote unquote Jesus and made it a law to the point now it's a federal holiday. It's the only day that the slaves have off. Read.
And graven images were worshipped by the commandments of kings.
And you worship that white Jesus by Donald Trump. Donald Trump said that you worship white Jesus.
Hey,
I will vote for Donald Trump.
That's real heavy you say, because you say Portugal, right? Portugal came to Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
In Brazil, in Rio de Janeiro, they have a big statue of white Jesus.
Damn.
Where they brought all our brothers. They're from the tribe of Asher, by the way.
That's heavy, bro. Right? That's that custom.
But we there now.
So because Pope Alexander VI made it a law that his son Caesar Borgia should be worshipped as Jesus, and then they went, because of that pepper bull, into Brazil and made a giant statue of this white Jesus, and now our people that they took as slaves worship that giant statue as a god. But you're right. Donate to the Booster Club, because you saw Captain Chanel and the prophets were down in Brazil. They were down in Brazil casting down that imagination.
That's right. Y'all got that statue?
I mean, just pull it up. Just pull up.
Hey, just Google
the statue real quick.
Jesus statue in Brazil.
Yeah.
Rio de Janeiro. Because that goes exactly what you were saying, Officer has to die in Wisdom of Solomon. Was that 14 and verse
16?
16.
Yep. And graven images were worshipped by the commandments of kings.
Look how big that statue is. Hey, just pick a picture. That second one. Look how big they put Rodrigo. What's his name?
Rodrigo Borgia's
son. To deceive the world into thinking Jesus Christ is white. And it's not like you brought out, Officer. They did that. Where they dropped off the most slaves, they put the biggest white Jesus there.
I hate it here.
Do you mind if I grab verse 16? Read verse 16. Or verse 17. Verse 17.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, verse 17. When men could not honor in presence.
Because he's dead. He's not in front of you. This white man ain't in front of you. Read.
Because they dwelt far off.
He was over in Spain. He was over in Italy, and you're in Brazil. Read.
They took the counterfeit of his visage from far and made an express image of a king whom they honored.
They think that's the King of Kings. Read.
To the end that by this, their frowardness, they might flatter him that was absent, as if he were present.
He's omnipresent. He knows when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake.
All right, let's get that next article.
Zwarte Piet.
Yep, let's read that. Zwarte Piet.
Zwarte Piet. Zwarte Piet is a character in Dutch folklore, scroll down, who serves St. Nicholas in Dutch, Sinterklaas, in St. Nicholas Day, December 6th and its eve. Festivities in the Netherlands, usually performed in blackface, Zwarte Piet is widely considered a racist character. Though some...
Right, let's go down to origins now. Did you finish that talk?
No, I didn't.
I'll go back.
Though some defend the character as part of traditional Dutch culture.
So some defend it as traditional Dutch culture. Let's read the origin.
Origins. One of the character's first appearances is found in John Schenkman's popular children's book, Sint Nicholas in Zijns Nicht, St. Nicholas and His Servant, written while the Netherlands was still active in the slave trade. Several possible origins exist for the story's titular, yet unnamed, black servant. One popular theory posits that the character was modeled after the Moors of Al-Andalus in what is now Spain and Portugal, an identity group defined by white Europeans from the Middle Ages to the 17th century as including all black European Muslims. It wasn't just Muslims, it was Jews and those in Christianity as well.
Hey, officer, that goes into what Bishop was saying about how this celebrates our destruction. Going into Zwarte Piet was celebrating the destruction of those Moors that ruled Portugal and Spain.
Bring it out.
Go ahead.
Some scholars argue that the character evolved from early stories of a devil who was enslaved and forced to act as a helper to St. Nicholas. After the Netherlands entered the slave trade.
Right, let's go to slave trade. Let's read that. Transatlantic.
Transatlantic slave trade.
So that's what they're talking about when they say slave trade. Read.
Segment of the global slave trade that transported between 10 million and 12 million enslaved Africans across the Atlantic Ocean to the Americas from the 16th to the 19th century. It was the second of three stages of the so-called triangular trade, in which arms, textiles, and wine were shipped from Europe to Africa, enslaved people from Africa to the Americas, and sugar and coffee from the Americas to Europe.
All right, let's go back.
It wasn't just sugar and coffee from the Americas to Europe. It was also you so-called Hispanics and Native Americans as well. You were taken as slaves to Europe.
Right.
Where we at? After the Netherlands entered the slave trade, the blackness of evil of the devil may have been transmuted to his skin color. Still others believe that the character is based on an enslaved Ethiopian man liberated by St. Nicholas, who was subsequently depicted as a Moor.
Go down, show down. Read.
Following Schenkman's story, the character of a black servant continued to appear in Dutch folklore surrounding St. Nicholas. The name Zwarte Piet appeared in print for the first time in 1891 in Lena's children's book, Het Feest van Sint Nicholas, St. Nicholas's Party. The character's story began to solidify St. Nicholas evaluated children's behavior, similar to the naughty or nice list seen in Santa Claus.
All right, let's look at Santa Claus. Click that. Show down. Read that.
Santa Claus, legendary figure who is the traditional patron of Christmas in the United States and other countries, bringing gifts to children. His popular image is based on traditions associated with St. Nicholas.
So Santa Claus is associated with St. Nicholas V. Read.
A 4th century Christian saint who is typically depicted in red bishop's robes. The Dutch are credited with transporting the legend of St. Nicholas, Sinterklaas, to New Amsterdam or New York City, along with the custom of giving gifts and sweets to children on his feast day, December 6th, St. Nicholas Day. Father Christmas fills the role in many European countries.
All right, that's all we want there.
He said they brought that to New York City, the seat of the devil, the seat of Satan.
Now, give gifts. Let's see who the gifts were. Let's pull up that next, let's pull up that picture. Well, actually, click on that link. Click on that link. Nope, yeah, you see where the little white girl's on the black girl's back? Let's pull that up. We want the Instagram link. Yeah, you should be able to click on the link I sent you. Yes, I want the link. It's an Instagram link. You have to go back to what I sent. Is that it? Enslaved children? Blow that up.
Enslaved children weren't simply laborers. They were gifts. Human offerings were handed to young white boys and girls as birthday or wedding gifts.
Also, Christmas gifts, which they want to leave out, read.
Most were between the ages of 5 and 14, torn from their mothers. They were forced into back-breaking work well beyond their years. Not just servants, but also human toys. Their every moment was watched. Every mistake met with violence. Crying wasn't allowed. Flinching could earn a beating. Silence was a survival. Some were whipped by adult slave owners, others by white children who owned them. They were taught that dominance was a birthright. At night, enslaved children didn't return to warmth or comfort. They slept on cold floors beside their enslaver's bed. Barely clothed, always within reach, always on call. Their names were stripped away. They were named as pet, it, or thing. For enslaved girls, the darkness ran deeper. As their bodies changed, so did their abuse. There were no locked doors, no safe corners. They were violated in silence, made to carry pain that no child should bear. And if they screamed, no one came. This was not just cruelty, it was calculation. A system designed to crush spirit and mold obedience, to raise black children in pain and white children in power.
That shows you the torture that we went through. They gave our children as gifts. Let's pull up the next picture.
Y'all are crazy if you allow your kids to go to these white public schools,
right,
and have quote unquote white friends. They owned you. They raped you. America is the biggest sex trafficker on earth. Y'all mad at Diddy. Y'all talking crazy about Diddy. America is the originator of the freak off of sex trafficking. America is just one big Epstein Island.
Let's pull up that next picture. All right, blow that up a little bit, what that says.
In a single shot, we see the depths of subjugation and disrespect shown to men and boys from what is now modern-day Nigeria. These men were deemed to be no better than paper and used as such to communicate a festive message.
So as you can see on the picture, it says 1923. It says, Badagry, Merry Christmas. Badagry is a city in Nigeria. So 1923, Badagry, Nigeria, Merry Christmas. That's what they're doing right there.
And they still do that to this day. They still go into the continent of Africa. They take your kids, they put them in the mines, they make them work.
To this day,
it's the same thing.
Because you said that's Nigeria?
Yeah.
Because I think we brought it out either last week or the previous was the scramble for Africa, how they chopped up Africa, which Britain went ahead and conquered Nigeria. So a lot of these holidays is celebrating their conquering of us.
I think you're saying it wrong. You're saying Nigeria is nigger area.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, let's get the next picture.
Huh, what's that? What are we
This
looking
is
at?
so-called Native Americans. Tribe of Gad was also
Bring it
sold
out.
gifts. All right, so we can see that there. They belong to this white man. Let's get the next picture. Check this out. Right, he giving his daughter as a gift.
Pocahontas. She
Right.
was sex trafficked. She
Right.
was a gift to the white man.
All right.
And they like to use, sometimes they like to use the words like mistress and lover, No,
Rape
they
victims.
were straight. They were raping our sisters, and they was passing them around as gifts, as servants to them. It was no lover. It was none of that.
And y'all want these same people to get the kingdom of heaven with you? You want the man that raped your daughter, sold your son as a gift, had his son ride her around on your son's back like
you
a pony?
still want to celebrate their holidays, right?
Crazy.
Their holidays. You want to put the custom of their trees in your house.
I hate it.
You want to have the white man hanging on your wall. Saint Nicholas the Fifth, Caesar Borgia, Saint Nicholas the Sixth.
That's a
Caesar
fetish.
Borgia's father.
That's a fetish.
Yeah,
You have a
there's something
sick
wrong with
fetish.
you.
You like to be abused.
Damn.
Why
Let's-
officer? They did that in the boarding schools.
Yeah.
Like in Canada, they found a whole bunch of dead children on the basement after there was abuse and all that. Like you say, officer, you know.
Hey, they're doing it in the ICE detention centers like we went over a couple weeks ago.
Right.
Even the whole sitting on Santa lap, even that whole dynamic is pedophile, but it symbolizes that power structure. You know, mothers is letting they young black sons.
They submit to letting their sons and daughters sit in this white man lap.
Right.
I'd be damned if I let my
Without
kids
anything
some
but
white man.
right.
And not just sit on his lap. Go tell him what you want.
Just feel free, like
right.
Like they don't feel free with no other race, no black man or nothing. But this white man,
complete stranger.
He's innocent. They ain't gonna do nothing to my.
That's that.
Wait,
hey,
wait.
To your point, that's that Epstein stuff.
Yes. Right.
Let me sit in my lap. Let me abuse you, and I'll give you whatever you want. Ain't that what Epstein was doing? Ain't that what Weinstein was doing? Ain't that what them rich Amalekite elites do?
Dang.
Hey, let's pull up this last article. Right. Let's pull up this last article. Now, so-called Mexican, which is Issachar, was given his gifts as well. Let's read the top, what it says.
La Malinche. How you say it, Yakina?
La Malinche.
La Malinche. From gift to sexual contract. In his essay, The Labyrinth of Solitude, published in 1950, when post-revolutionary Mexican nationalism was at its height, Octavio Paz commented on the strange persistence of Cortez and his mistress and interpreter, La Malinche. Cortez first encountered her when she was given to him by one of the chiefs of Tabasco as a gift along with 19 other women.
So we just want to show you in this article that so-called Mexicans was given as gifts as well.
Bring it out.
We all were given as gifts.
Bring it out
to these people.
And you know it's crazy. When they talk about Cortez and the conquistador, then Spanish conquistadors were evil as hell.
Right.
So when it says gift and guide, you know he was raping her.
Right. And he passed her on, if you keep reading, to somebody else.
Yep.
Epstein Island.
and what was happening, that he was raping her and them 19 other women, but also he used them to infiltrate and bring down different tribes throughout the Aztec Empire.
Right, because she was bilingual.
Right. So that's why I said she was an interpreter. Basically, she was
informant.
She was an informant, as well as a bed wench.
That's Stockholm syndrome. And you so-called Latinas, you so-called Hispanic and Native American women want to marry a white man and have his kids. This is the evil stuff that he was doing to you.
Right. That's how he bring down Montezuma II. That's how he bring down from the Malinche. The Malinche helped him to interpret them, and then thinking that the white man was a friendly man, but he went and conquered you guys so-called Hispanics.
And even because he didn't just come in and conquer Tenochtitlan. He took because all the surrounding tribes were sick and tired of the Aztecs. You had Mexicans before they was Mexicans. Like you said, like the article said, they gave their daughters to them. They joined forces to try to defeat the Aztecs, their own brothers.
All right, let's get that last video. Pull it up.
You know, I was just thinking about God's high holy days. The vast majority of them, like Passover, Feast of Unleavened Bread, memorial blowing of trumpets, tabernacles, What else is there? Feast of Dedication in John 10:22. Purim. These are holidays of liberation, holidays of redemption, holidays of deliverance from oppression, deliverance from captivity. Why don't black Christians want to celebrate that? But instead, they will celebrate something like Thanksgiving, which is the destruction of the Native American Indians, the tribe of Gad and Reuben. They will celebrate Christmas, which is the destruction of our people. Go check out Amsterdam and Netherlands with Pope Nicholas and Zwarte Piet, Black Pete, which is the white man enslaving black people. Ho, 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 Negroes. Hey, in case you think I made it up, I'm going to show you. In the book of Revelation, watch this. 10. And they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them, rejoice over the two kingdoms, and make merry, Merry Christmas, and shall send gifts one to another. In case you don't know history, December 25th, we were the gifts to the white men. They gave our sons, our daughters to their fellow Europeans. We were the gifts. So it says, shall send gifts one to another, because these two prophets, Judah and Israel, tormented them that dwelt on the earth. It's time for us to rethink the days we celebrate. This is why a lot of nations don't take black people seriously. You're against oppression, but yet you will celebrate oppressive holidays that destroy our people. Think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pastor Dyer?
All praises. So if you don't want to celebrate Christmas and be a slave, celebrate a slave holiday, we have a school, 9034 East Easter Place here in Centennial, Colorado. Or you can visit IsraelUnite.org, find a school near you. Also, subscribe to IUIC TV, teach classes 3 times a day, 7 days a week, for free.
That's right.
Ain't nobody charge you, for free. Also, here we go, where we at? Boom! Donate to the Booster Club, right? Continue to send the prophets all around the world to wake up the 12 tribes of Israel. Get that commercial. Pull it up. Waiting on you.
Let's go. I'm supposed to have that queued up already.
Appreciate you, Amar. All right. Appreciate you, man.
Let's go.
Nah, it's a picture. You good? That's not me. All righty. The King Pullover is built for men who lead with confidence and stand firm in truth. Strength, purpose, royalty. Only at originalroyalty.com. Grab the next one. Boom. Like father, like son. Now your young lions can stunt like their daddy with matching lion pullovers. I didn't write that.
Come on.
Buy both together and get an instant 15% off. Cop yours now at originalroyalty.com. Stunning like my daddy. I like that. Hey, that's dope, though. They give you a discount for being a good dad.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody else do that.
Right.
Hey, Adriel grabbing them like 3, innit? Come on. Adriel grabbing 3.
I want to
To you, Jair.
We'll get a son soon, Officer Don. Saying our ribs going to give us an Avenger.
Eventually, yeah.
Hey, somebody got to have girls.
What, you got something coming?
Sure, I hope so.
Oh, okay.
I hope so. Hey, come on, Jair.
I pray so. Yeah, that is our film from a live studio audience. So shout out to the brothers and sisters that came out to support. Shout out to the BNT team, Officer Almar, Soldier Azrael, Soldier Naboth, Brother Nate on the 1s and 2s. Great job, y'all. Back to you, Officer Don.
Hey, shout out to our bishop, deacons, and captains.
Yeah.
Hey, for making everything possible. Hey, what we brought out today, deck the hell with Cyril bells. The real Christmas celebration is our captivity. The real Christmas celebration is our captivity. Hey, wake up out of sleep. We got to wake up out of sleep. It's time to wake up out of sleep. Come out of these Christian churches which tell you it's okay to celebrate Christmas. We see the origins of Christmas, where Christmas come from.
Right.
All the way from then until what they got going on in the Netherlands, right, until now.
To this day.
Hey, with that, I'm Officer Dunn. And to my right,
Officer Asadai.
Officer Jair.
Officer Jonas.
And we have been the
Natives Hour, home of the 10 tribes.
Wake up! Tick-tock, 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 tick-tock. Hickory dickory, I know you sick of me, but you a God's enemy. If you live wickedly, don't be an idiot. Follow for trickery, Moses has had enough. Call all the deacons up, and all of the captains, it's time to get active. We never reacted, we swing into action, cause you're running out of time. Yeah, you're running out.